Hello, everybody. Welcome to Charmed Persons. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you had a good week. Hope you enjoyed last Monday's session in the new Star Wars campaign. We really enjoyed it. Going to be having our second session tomorrow. Um, I think we're officially going to be calling those Long Shot Mondays. TM, Eric Younglove, aka Atticus, with the name idea. Great name idea. And
I nailed it.
You nailed it.
Sorry.
You nailed it. So yeah, those will continue tomorrow. But today is the next session in the Erubrion campaign, and we have quite a bit of ground to cover. So let's go ahead and get started. For a recap of last session, our party had reunited on the continent of Samtia, south of the elvish kingdom city of Faluin, in a small village known as Eldergrade. Thalia Ganondel, the late Pharaoh Ganondel's older sister, the captain of the Wild, an elite group of Faluan soldiers that were tasked with hunting down and killing Isilvor, the green dragon that had attacked the city. The party joined Thalia and the Wild in exchange for their help on future draconic efforts. After traveling through the spanning swamp for 2 days, narrowly avoiding a battle with supernatural worm covered zombies, thanks to Elburn, the party finally came across Lake Marsh and Ysilvor's lair, spreading out and planning their attack. The Lake Peak Seven and the Wild readied themselves for battle, but a surprise visit from Rindal, the White Dragon, shook things up. Both of the magnificent creatures easily detected the approaching attackers, and battle commenced. Fueled with rage and the desire to fully bring down one of their targets, the Lake Peak Seven fought ferociously by the side of the revenge-driven Wild as they lost quite a few members. Elburn released arrow after arrow on the target. Laszlo sucker punched a dragon with his inflatable cannon. Avra and Kelpie caused the white dragon to suffer from blight and fall to ash. Ray flew around on Tiny in the tight jungle, matching Elburn arrow for arrow, and Rev and Atticus flanked the green dragon and killed her with slice after slice. The party, with a little help from the Wild, had slayed two adult dragons. The gems that housed the dragon's souls immediately began pleading for release. By the way, I came up with that idea before I read Brissinger. Those of you who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about, and I'm defending myself. Having learned their lessons, the party ignored the requests, questioned the dragons, and placed them inside two separate bags of holding. During and after the battle, the party were subject to a series of visions, one gifted from Mistra and one gifted from the Great Ones themselves. Pildor Swiftdream, aka Xavier Synax, was flying to the Great Tip Mountains and to Vrod's lair in order to recruit the ancient dragon to his cause, as he had Alekar before him. Rindal seemingly had hinted at this when he approached Ysilvor, speaking of how he had the eggs and how Vrod wouldn't accept his offer. The second vision showed that Rindal was correct. Vrod and Alekar were fighting back and forth. With Xavier's help, Alekar was winning, and Vrod took flight to the top of the peak to avoid death. There, the giant smoke dragon Colossal, the Hand of Shar, appeared in the night sky. The smoke dragon defeated Alekar with a single expulsion of fiery, ashy breath, but not before Xavier, hastily and terrified, teleported to safety. The smoke dragon then entered the dying body of Vrod, and the two creatures combine to make an even more dangerous, powerful entity. The creature wasn't quite as large as the smoke dragon was, but immensely more powerful. The ancient creature roared into the night and began its journey back north. The party received these visions and determined that although the dragons were maybe not the problem that they once were, something even more terrible lied ahead in their future. Avra received a message from Meister Francile. He told her to come to Lake Peak when they could, as Fiona's inventions were making him nervous. As the group traveled back to Eldergrade, a drunken and sorrow-filled Thalia confided in Avra, which then led to another conversation between seemingly Thalia and Rev. Thalia pulled Rev from the group and began to speak of Pharaoh and gifts and not squandering those gifts. Before Rev could put two and two together, the Rakshasa revealed his true self and froze Rev with a dominate person spell. He leaned in closer to tell Rev, "I met a friend of yours in hell. He promised me a very promising offer. But when he told me who you were, I offered my services free of charge." Just then, the party next to them discovered a sleeping Thalia Ganondel. And that is where we left off. The Rakshasa has the upper hand, but is he prepared for the growth our party has undergone? Let's find out.
Oh no.
Oh, we're just right in it. That's fun. Okay, cool. You made a map for this. That's great. I love
Oh.
that.
Wait, we're fighting? No.
Nice man.
Before
You
I
know
have
it's bad when there's a map already just ready.
before I have everyone roll for initiative, let me make sure that I have.
We
I
haven't
need
even
to.
rested either.
Oh,
Nope.
oh, we're already there
Short
too.
rest. Short rest.
Only
Fun
short
for
rest.
us, bud. Fun for us.
Nothing happened for me. I'm very lucky. I figured something would have happened, but
Mm-hmm.
Hey Zach,
Alright.
while you're prepping stuff, I don't know if you saw.
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
I
the
saw.
names are-
Our names are.
Yep, I saw, and I am fixing right now.
Okay.
Perf.
Thank you.
You're
All
doing
right, so
great,
yeah,
guys.
they are good.
I just want to.
on
I
the
want to take a
street.
second and just say that I love you all. And I know that I've
Whatever
I've gone
happens.
you're
I've
not
been
losing
asking
another
for death
member.
for quite a while, but know that Rev loves you too. Oh.
Okay,
not.
so
I
let me
don't
make sure I
know
place those
how
right.
I
Okay.
feel about this.
I know something.
I feel murderous. I'm gonna kill someone.
So yeah, here we are. Before we get started, Rev, as you are standing there, staring, unable to move at the growling, tiger-like fiend in front of you, you feel movement on your person. A small, invisible creature crawls out of your satchel, climbs onto your back, up onto your shoulder, and then you feel a weight lifted off of your shoulder as tiny wings flutter. The rest of you, actually no, wait, continuing with Rev, as you stand there, you feel pain. As you look down at the dagger embedding itself in you, being a very easy target, not being able to move a muscle, you immediately take 8 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fun.
8 points, not too bad. 65.
I'll probably
85 points of poison damage.
Right. I'm gonna say probably because dominate person I can't move, so uncanny dodge. Just because I can see it coming doesn't mean that I can.
Exactly, Uncanny Dodge does nothing here for you, I'm sorry.
I can do it.
Constitution saving throw, you said.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna use lucky.
Okay.
Fun. I got the same roll twice. I
Oh,
got
yikes.
a 2 on the die, so a 4 total.
4 total.
Oh.
That is fails, unfortunately. As you let me wait. Hold on just a second. Okay, I rolled the wrong dice, so let me roll the right dice. It's actually beneficial to you. Okay, so you take 17 points of necrotic damage.
And our HP didn't go up in a new max, or the max is the same. The
The way we're doing the mechanics, so the viewers know, they after the dragon battle they leveled up to level 10. Basically, just You did level up, act as if you leveled up, and then take away whatever hit points and spell slots were gone from the battle, if that
Okay,
makes
great.
sense.
Yep, yep, yep.
So you do have more
But you
hit
have
points to
short
deal
rest
with.
if you want to do
And you have a short and you had a short rest. Yeah. Okay. So that happens. While that is happening,
do real quick though,
Yes.
for the brain trust, does the dominate person stop me from being able to scream in my friends' brains?
It does not. So we will get right back to that though.
Okay.
So the rest of you, as you are, because he only asked you not to move a muscle, and brains, I don't think, move when they think. I don't know though. And so, so as the rest of you are sitting there realizing what's going on with Thalia and the fact that she's right there, immediately starting to put two and two together, you hear a very loud noise, followed by a very terrified scream as you see Elliot flying towards you as he says, Rev, it's the Rakshasa, the tiger guy. Rev, he's been attacked. And I need now everyone to roll initiative.
Amazing. Alright.
Oh boy.
Which dice to use today? Which dice to use today?
That's great. That was the dice that was helping me against the dragon last week, and it decided to say that was enough.
No thinking.
Alright, I'm going to roll for Rakshasa.
We don't have to. We're just gonna kill it.
You can not. He can just like not do anything.
You're right, I could not.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Oh no! Come on, guys. I can
Who
do
dragon?
it.
Oops.
Okay, so Red, what's your initiative?
24.
24. Ray.
I got a natural 1 for a total of 4.
Ooh. Abra.
23.
Elburn.
15.
Atticus.
18.
Hilfi.
1-1.
And Laszlo.
I'm finally not last. 7.
Okay. I think that was everybody,
Okay.
yep? Alright. So, before we start anything, Rev, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Would be an advantage, but because of something is a straight roll.
Because of something.
I'm gonna use my last lucky for the day.
Okay. Yep, this will be the third of the day, yep.
Motherfucker. I rolled a 2, and then I rolled a 1.
2. Alright.
Can I give him
so
my inspiration if I
you
hear him
sh-
screaming in the brain trust?
Oh
Like, you
yes,
can do
also
it,
at the
Rev.
top of this
Break it.
battle, as soon as Elliot warns you, you just hear Rev but inside your head. So yes.
I'll give you my inspiration.
Yeah, so he
Do
gives
it,
you
Rev.
he
Come
gives you
back
his
to me, Rev.
inspiration.
I can't move my mouth in real life, and so in the scream it's like muffled as if I can't open my mouth because
Okay.
the dominate person. So,
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm projecting that.
Who was in this brain crush? Sorry,
Not me
I don't
this
think
time.
I was.
I wasn't.
I think it was you and me, Kelpie, that were not.
I was, for sure.
I
was
wasn't.
Kelpie was. Ray was not.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool.
Because that way we can
Because
talk
we
to
need
you
to protect
in
Kelf.
your animal form. Is the reason why. All right, rolling one more time for a 7.
Damn it.
All right, take one more inspiration. You can do this.
You feel your friends reaching out to you, Rev.
I just imagine everyone standing there just going,
Stop dumping resources into this well.
Quadruple advantage.
A 10.
A 10,
God
yes.
damn it.
Unfortunately, the dominate person is still in effect.
We're all really uninspired now.
We're tired and drunk. We thought
I'll
we were
save
about
my
to go to sleep.
inspiration.
which
Kelpie.
means at the top of the turn order, Rev, it is your turn. But you are currently being dominated. However, it takes no action for the Rakshasa to tell you what to do. So, I honestly wasn't prepared to control you first, so I need just a second to think about what I want you to do. I am going to have. He's going to look at you and he is going to say, please relieve yourself of all of your weapons. So you have to spend your turn, your entire turn, taking out all of your weapons and placing them on the ground in front of you.
Okay. I unhook my belt with my dagger and my rapier.
Yep.
Which honestly, I think that's. Oh no, and I take the time to like open up my backpack and pull out a short bow that I've had from like the first session that has never left.
Yeah. It honestly is like
that,
pretty
like,
shiny.
like summon a mind knife and like drop it and it disappears.
Yeah, perfect. Really going for it. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so that's your turn. Avra, it is now your turn.
Okay, I am going to
Kelfie, you're on deck. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm gonna run toward Rev, and when I'm within 120 feet.
I mean, you're within 120 feet now.
Okay, so then just right away, I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic.
Nice.
Okay, at what level?
Let me look at what I have available. Rev. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it at a 5th level.
Because you're casting it at a 5th level spell, the dominate person fades from Rev, and Rev, you feel your mind's clarity come back to you.
Okay.
So you reach out, chanting the arcanic language that you know. Purple arcane energy flashes over your eyes, and you feel the spell successfully dissipate. The Rakshasa. No! You hear him growl in frustration. You have a bonus action and movement.
I will. Sorry, I'm zooming out my map. I realized it was way zoomed in.
No worries.
I was like, "There's no people on this map."
That's why you didn't know you could see Rev. I understand that.
Yeah. Now I literally could just see like trees. I was like, what? I'm gonna just run to, like here.
Okay, yeah.
Just to be a little bit closer, and that's it.
Okay, Kelpie, you're up.
I'm going to, when I hear the scream in my head, just like jolt up, and as I do, wild shape into the Allosaurus,
Okay.
basically a Velociraptor.
Yep.
And like, I'm probably close to people, but like as I just like get up, I just like explode out.
Yeah.
And being a little, and I just like run straight towards the Rakshasa.
Okay.
And I have 60 feet of movement, which it looks like they're about 80 feet away.
Yeah, that's correct.
So I'd use my action to dash, not use my full dash, but like I would want to get like intimidatingly like close and kind of like between the Rakshasa and Rev, but because I'm a little drunk, I like overjudged the distance, so I just like get right up to the like Rakshasa's face
Okay.
and just like kind of stare at him.
Yeah. All right. That sounds
But
good.
I can't do anything else.
So you all see Kelpie kind of rise up from her drunken stupor and start stumble running forward, and as she does, her legs extend and her thighs widen and become hard and scaled muscular limbs as they slam into the ground, and she becomes something that none of you have ever seen before that she saw in her time in the Feywild, which is this very large reptilian creature that looks similar to the Visnean that Vix rides, but much bigger, and no fur coming off of the, or no feathers coming off of the mohawk or the sides. However, because of its fey-like nature, you do see from the spine of the creature thick vines that grow from the spine and fall downward, kind of creating like a stripe-like pattern on the creature itself as she barrels forward. And yeah, you just go right up to the Rakshasa's face. You said?
Yep.
I'll move you up there. So use your action to dash. Get right up to him. That is the end of your turn. It is now the Rakshasa's turn. So the Rakshasa is upset.
That's the next T-shirt.
That's the next t-shirt.
The insert
The
monster here
Rakshasa
is
is
upset.
upset.
I like brackets. Insert monster
Yeah.
here is upset.
Very upset.
Very
Yeah,
upset.
yeah.
That's true.
Just want to make sure I'm doing something right. Okay, so he is going to. I'm just making sure I'm reading the wording of this correctly.
Fireball.
Okay. So let me go back to him. The Rakshasa is just going to stand there staring at both of you, looking very afraid. And that is his turn. Atticus, you are up. Elburn, you're on deck.
I will move. I'll move 30 feet. And then while I'm moving, people are in range, I will cast Bless on Avra, Laszlo, and Elburn.
Okay.
And that is my turn. Or well, no, yeah, that's an action. Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So yeah, you run forward, grabbing your holy symbol. Those of you who you cast Bless on, feel your muscles strengthen, feel your adrenaline start pumping, your clarity becomes even more focused. Elburn, you're up. Laszlo, you're on deck.
Yeah, so I'm going to move my 40 feet.
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure I'm going to the right place. 5, 10. Yep, if I go that route, I can go 40 feet.
I also say I just screamed at everybody to wake up that's still sleeping.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Easily enough.
Cool. And I'm going to take my shot with my longbow.
Make an attack.
Magical. That is 23.
That hits.
Amazing. I'm going to. That is 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
My +1, so that's magical, yes?
Yeah, +1 bow is a magic bow. Yep.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna do it again because it worked so well.
Do it to it.
Get that plus D4.
And a plus D4. I'll add, this don't matter. This is gonna hit because that's a 25.
That hits.
And that's 12 points of piercing damage.
All right.
So 23 total.
Rev and Kelpie make perception checks for me.
After all those mediocre to low rolls, you got a nat 20.
Okay, yeah.
Hell yeah. I got 11.
Okay. So yeah, Elburn, you fire 2 arrows. You see the first one kind of embed in its ribs. He turns growling towards you. The second one embeds itself in its shoulder. You see this as well, Kelpie. But Rev, with a natural 20, you do see that the arrows embed themselves into the Rakshasa. And then you see a flash of movement to your left. And you look to your left, and you see 2 arrows hitting the ground. A little bit past where the Rakshasa was.
Okay.
All right, so Laszlo, you are up. Ray, you're on deck.
All right. Laszlo's pulled out a little journal from his pocket. It's like Rakshasa. Yes. Attacked on the deck of the airship. Season 1. Tigerfall Outlook. Right, got it. I didn't see the arrows go through, so I'm just shooting this guy with my gun.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. 24 to hit.
24 does hit. Yeah.
15 fire
God,
damage.
Laszlo.
So yeah, you're shooting with your gun, you said, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Laszlo gives the revolver a little spin, fires off a loud cracking noise as the bullet flies through the air. All of you see it hit the abdomen of the Rakshasa as he kind of buckles over and holds it to his chest. I'll say with a continuing nat 20. Rev, you don't see it, but off to the left, you hear a snapping sound as the bullet impacts a tree. Okay, that is the end of... Well, no, Laszlo, sorry. I apologize. Bonus action or movement.
I'm going to move like up next to Atticus, although I don't have access to my token.
Okay, oh, you don't. Okay.
Yeah, none of us do.
Oh, really?
I do have. I can
Oh.
move Atticus's token for some reason though.
Oh, well...
Everybody has
I can
access
move
to
mine.
Atticus.
Well, no worries.
I can move Elburn and Atticus, but not mine.
Cool, yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Right there?
Fine.
Classic.
Okay,
You're hiding behind me.
we'll deal with the others when we come to them. I'll just
I'll
move them
protect
for
you.
you.
I'll hold my shield.
Ray, you're up. Rev, you're gonna be on deck.
Cool.
I too cannot move.
Okay, so where would you like to
So-
go?
I would love to just roll my eyes.
You can ping
and-
on the map. You can if you hold your just so. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'll ping. I feel you.
Yeah,
I got you. Okay, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh my god, I'm so far away. Jesus. I'm gonna roll my eyes and just casually saunter over to Atticus, like
Okay.
right next to where Atticus is,
Okay.
and just say, "Great, another thing we've got to worry about," and take my arrow and try to shoot it.
Alrighty. Roll an attack.
It just goes really well with my natural one, you know. No initiative here. Attack on the arrow. That is gonna be 21.
21 hits. No need to roll for damage.
We're all rolling so well to attack nothing.
Roll for your second attack.
Oh, I don't have to do damage?
Nope.
All right. 27.
Hits. No need to roll for damage. You see both arrows embed themselves right into the Rakshasa. He's looking like a pin needle at this point. But that is the end of your turn, unless you want to do something with your bonus action.
Yeah, my bonus action, I'm just gonna turn back around and go back to where I was standing and say, "You're welcome."
Oh, okay. Well, you used most of your movement to get there, but you can start walking away.
That's what I'll start doing. is
Okay.
Just walking away.
yeah. All right, Rev, top of the turn order. It's your turn.
Yeah. So first thing I want to do, does the activating of the true sight, is that an action or bonus action?
Bonus action.
Okay. I'll activate that. Having seen.
Yes, you activate. Go ahead and roll a perception check with that.
Yep. That's gonna be a 16.
16. Okay, so you see that the actual Rakshasa is behind this tree over here, kind of peeking his head out, and that what's happening in front of you is an illusion.
Yeah.
So he during the turn between you and Kelpie, he cast the illusion spell and then walked away, but kept the illusion up. So that was him just standing there, so it didn't create any opportunity attacks. So yeah, so you see him poking his little head out over there.
All right. With that, then I'm going to.
I can't really do it, but he is behind the tree trunk, so he has quarter cover. Just so you know.
Yeah. I'll move to like here.
Right here, or right catty
I
corner
guess,
right
like,
there.
Next to wherever he is.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just right there.
And call out like using my free action that this is an illusion. He's over here.
Yeah.
And hopefully at least Kelpie will use my patch or something.
Oh, for sure. Well, you guys are all in relatively close vicinity. You're not too far away. They can all see this happening.
Oh, okay, cool. He's actually visible.
Yeah, as soon as you draw their, like, he's been hiding.
Yeah.
So as soon as you draw their attention over there, they'll all be able to see him.
That makes it even better. Honestly, that he's just like,
He's a magical entity, but he's not like super powerful.
yeah, for sure. But like also
Yeah.
just like very cat-like.
Yeah, just like
I don't know, like sneaky.
Yeah, it is.
And then I'll activate Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
Oh no, never mind, because that's a bonus action.
Okay.
I won't do that. I will just attack him with a mind knife, having left my weapons.
Okay.
over.
Gotcha. Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
ground.
Sounds good. I thought you left that on the ground. I saw you drop it.
Dude,
I've
keep
got
wanting to
plenty.
see, like, him constantly taking more mind knives out and then just keep dropping them.
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit?
16. Oh, actually, I don't know. Let me look. 16. Miss. Matches. So hits.
Oh, great. Then yeah, for D4 plus 5, 7 points of psychic damage that he takes.
What level spell is Mind Knife?
It's not a spell. It's my feature.
Great.
for my class.
Great. So he takes the. What was the damage then?
9 points of psychic damage.
He takes the full amount of damage. As you slice the dagger right through his cloak, causing the bottom half of the cloak to just kind of like fall away and cause a gash on his side as he looks to you, definitely startled in that moment.
It actually leaves no mark. That's one of the tricks with the mind knife.
Okay, well then never mind. But that's what he feels. Is anything else for you?
That's it.
Okay, the rest
other
of you
than having called out to the rest of the people.
Yeah. The rest of you do actually, with you running over and slicing at him, he drops the illusion spell. The rest of you now see that the pin-needled looking Rakshasa unfortunately did not exist as he fades away, and you see the other one kind of hiding behind the tree that Rev is now attacking. Abra, it is your turn. Kelpie, you'll be on deck.
All right, I am going to bop to like right here by Kelpie.
Okay.
And toss a 3rd level chromatic orb at him.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
Oh, a 12.
With a 12, the chromatic orb just hits the tree right where in front of him, aimed a little bit too off to the right, and misses.
That's it.
All right,
Did you add
Kelpie.
the D4?
Oh yeah, did you add the D4?
Oh, I did not.
The D4.
You need the 4.
Three.
Oh man. Kelpie, you're up.
Okay. I would like to, because he's behind the tree, I'll kind of like. It's gonna look like Kelpie's still drugged because she is, and she's just kind of like winding up and like moving to the side to like get a clear like striking. But it's basically I want to be able to use the move 30 feet and strike him.
Gotcha.
Power that this dinosaur has.
Yes. Yeah.
So she'll kind of like be like, oh, he's over there, and like stumble in her little like, be like, okay, yeah, straight shot, and then like wind up a little bit, and then just like shoot herself at him.
Perfect.
So she'll run at least 30 feet straight towards him and make a claw attack, which will be only a 14 to hit.
14 misses. You
Dang it.
claw down at him, but he ducks, and you just get a big chunk of tree.
He does still, I think even if it misses, because it doesn't say on a hit. Oh wait, no. Then hits it with a claw attack on the same turn. Never mind. So I just miss it, and I'm just standing in his face again.
Okay.
This is a real you. I see you now.
It's for sure intimidating. I'll give you that. He definitely has not fought a dinosaur before. It is now his turn as he will turn to look at you, Rev. And he doesn't really have any magic tricks to get him out of the way, so he's gonna turn to attack you. And he gets a 7 on this. So to attack you, he gets a 18.
Yep, that hits.
18 hits. You immediately take 5 points of piercing damage. and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
11.
11. All right.
It's higher than 10.
It is higher than 10. You take 14 points of necrotic damage.
Fun.
And you see, as you're looking down at the dagger that he stabbed into you, you didn't notice it before because it was at the beginning, but a bit of your blood seeps into the dagger, and the hilt of the dagger glows slightly, and what would be the gash on his side, on his left side, doesn't appear there, but you see him kind of stretch, and that area becomes a bit more maneuverable as he heals slightly. All right, that is the end of his turn. Atticus, you're up.
I will. 35. Oh, actually. Can I move like right here? Is that a spot, or would that be like on the log? I'll jump up on the log, I guess.
No, you're fine. It's very low on the ground if it is there. It's old and decaying.
Alright, then I will. Keep on forgetting that Glistening Sun has an increased attack range.
Yes, sir, it is.
So I'll take out Glistening Sun, and I will swipe twice at him. Would that be advantage with Kelpie next to him?
Yep.
Sweet.
Definitely.
24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll for a second attack.
Yeah. And then a 27.
Both of them hit. Let's see that damage.
I will pump. No, I'm not gonna do that yet. So I'll just go above the damage. And that's just a D8, I believe. Yeah. So that's 8, 10 plus 10, so 20 points of damage for both of them.
20 points of damage for both of them. Glistening Sun does slashing damage, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. All right, yeah, takes the full amount of damage. Takes 20 points of damage as you kind of time the throws of the Glistening Sun from like the way Rev is like dodging from side to side in his stance, and you're able to both times slice right up the cloth of the Rakshasa. This time, blood definitely pouring out. And that's
I just want to look at the Rakshasa and just say, can we just have one night, man? We're going through a lot right now.
All right. Okay, so that is the end of your turn. Erubrion, you're up. Laszlo, you're on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna move forward to this fucker. If I move here, is that all right? Am I facing him now?
There's a tree in between you, technically.
Okay. If I were to go, let's say, if I put my hold on. Fuck. I shouldn't have done that. I should have known where
If you go right here, you could be like next to Rev, and he'll have a little bit of cover, but you can reach him.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna first take my shot with my bow before I move.
Yeah. We'll just say you're doing it as you're going. Yeah.
So that's 27
hits.
And that's fucking chump change. 6 points of piercing damage.
What is your alignment?
I didn't have one.
Well, you need one. Neutral. Okay.
Yeah, this seems fair.
Alrighty.
That's scary.
Keep going.
When I get there, I use my bonus action to activate my bracers of 4 arms.
Okay.
And with my extra attack with both of those.
You can well, since you use your arrow, your extra attack will have to be with the arrow. But what the bracers do is allow you to make 2 unarmed attacks as your bonus action.
Great. Then I will.
So you can take another arrow attack and then go up to him and then take 2 unarms as your bonus action.
Great. Let me do that.
Because I think it's a bonus action to activate, and we'll just say upon activation you can make 2 attacks.
Yeah, they just like shoot out and do
Yeah,
all that shit. So that's 21 to hit
21 hits.
for the arrow, and that it. God damn it! 5 point. 5 points.
And it was 8. It was 8 or 9 on the other one, right? I'll just say 9. I think it was 9.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Was it 9? Somebody.
It was either 8 or 9, so I'll say 9.
Cool. And then activate those to smack the shit out of him.
Do it.
With double fisties. Oh,
Plus
no.
the D4, remember.
Do I need to roll for each, or just one?
Yeah, both attacks.
Great. So I failed on one. I rolled the same goddamn thing. I'm guessing 15s don't hit.
15s do
Plus
not
D4?
hit, no. Oh, plus D4, yeah. Plus your
Plus D4. 15s. 19 on one of them.
Yep, hits.
And 16 on another.
Hits.
Amazing. Thank you for reminding me.
Bless is good spell.
And that is 10 points
Probably the
of
best first level spell.
arcane bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 6 points. So in total,
Woo!
fucking 16.
Man. Okay, so, yeah. Oh, wait, 16. Yeah, so you, as both of you're throwing the glistening sun, Rev, you're kind of dueling with him right in front of you. 2 arrows hit both shoulders as you guys are fighting with him, and then Elburn just walks up and both arms uppercut him twice. And this Rakshasa is looking rough already. That's the end of Elburn's turn. Laszlo, you're up. I'll preemptively say, from where you are right now, you cannot confidently make a shot on this guy.
All right. I'm gonna.
I trust you. Take the shot.
Or you can. Yeah, it'll just be harder.
I'm gonna take the shot.
Okay. From
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be an increased AC, and
You're
if
blessed.
you roll low enough, we might have to roll again. So just keep that in mind.
All right. No problem. I'm very confident. 21 to hit.
20.
I do have a D4.
21 hits. 21 hits. It was above a 20.
All right. That's good. I don't want to shoot my teammates so early into joining them.
Yeah, if it was the cannon, it would be maybe impossible, but the gun I'll allow.
Okay, that's 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage. Oh wait,
This is mechanically a firebolt spell.
that's true. But that is true. But I'm the DM, and I said that this isn't magical. So what that does mean, though, is that he will take half damage. Because but it's a it's a magical weapon. It's a magical weapon, but it's not the spell. God, why did I have to say we're like changing your?
This is the only. I think this is the only scenario where this even matters.
This is the only scenario where this matters, and this is the only scenario where this matters. I'm just gonna treat it as a not spell, but a magical weapon. So he just takes full damage. That's what we'll say.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Yeah. So
You don't know my alignment.
Are you?
Chaotic
Is it
evil.
piercing damage?
Yeah.
Then I do need to know your
no,
alignment.
it's not. It's sorry. It's fire damage.
Okay. No.
Are you
I'm not
evil,
chaotic.
Leslie?
I'm not chaotic evil.
I need to know if you're a good creature doing piercing damage. I'll just say that. Okay,
Aren't we
so are we all good creatures doing piercing damage? All right,
what
that's the end of Elburn's turn or Laszlo's turn. Unless you want to move.
I'll run up right behind Atticus.
Okay, I'll move you because I don't think you can move yourself, right?
Nope.
Right there or right there?
Closer to Elburn.
So right there.
Yeah.
Ray, you are technically up if you want to be a part of this combat. Also, I should have said at the end of the last round, everybody started to stir and wake up. They spent their turn like waking up. So you see everybody else kind of stirring and looking in that direction, and you see all your friends converging on this Rakshasa, and what you want to do is yours.
You said it's looking pretty hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna just walk back to the fire, right,
Okay.
right over here. Sit on one of these little bedrolls that's empty, and just can they hear me if I yell from there?
Yeah. I mean, it's
Um,
at most 100 feet away, so you can yell for 100 feet. Yeah.
Cool. As I'm like walking, I'm just gonna yell to Rev, "You got this, buddy! Got this!"
All right.
And then, can I give him inspiration?
What you definitely can. Yes.
And then I'll sit at the thing. Is there any snacks? Is there any snacks nearby I can grab?
You can go through your pack. You have some snacks yourself.
Yeah, I'll grab some snacks.
Okay. Yeah. All right. At the top of the turn order, we got Rev.
Okay.
Avery, you're on deck.
I have inspiration, don't forget, just in case.
I do have inspiration, and I do feel inspired.
I called you buddy.
Yeah, and I love that. So Rev has been hurt. He's been damaged. He's blood trickling from the couple knife wounds that he's had, and the necrotic damage. And that touches on something inside of him. He uses his ability to telepathically speak to the Rakshasa directly.
Okay.
And he says, I have held on to the gifts. And he activates a spell called Vampiric Touch.
Ooh, okay.
And I've learned how to use them.
Yeah.
But I don't usually have to. And he's going to swing with that. Getting a nat 20. So he's going to swing for 6d6.
Nice. Sure you don't want to bump that level up? No, I'm just kidding. Can't do it post.
So that's
Oh, wait.
66. And I get sneak attack?
You do, but also... Is this a spell you're casting?
Yes.
But... As a warlock, don't you have to cast it at max level?
Yeah.
So is 3rd your max level as a warlock right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've split myself.
Oh, duh.
So many times.
Yeah. You do get sneak attack damage. However,
He's
upon
gonna cancel it out.
upon touching the creature, he uses his innate ability to just not let spells of 6th level or lower affect them.
Boo!
As he looks to you, you touch him and you feel the necrotic damage start to go through you, and he fears for his life for a moment, but then uses his innate ability, and in what usually would be a sarcastic remark back is just a look of fear. But unfortunately that is your action. So you do have a bonus action and movement if you would like it.
Really takes this.
I know, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's okay.
But what is he gonna do? Let himself be affected by the natural 20 vampiric touch?
Yeah.
It was cool though.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Great moment, great line. I hate robbing you of it, but
Yeah.
you had to.
With that, then, like, as a offhand attack, I'm going to use my bonus action to mind knife.
Yeah.
Like, swiping with one hand and then, like, feigning up with
Great. Fantastic.
with the knife. That's a 26 to hit.
Definitely hits. And you do get sneak attack still.
Oh, okay.
Because you didn't hit it because it's on your first hit.
Nice.
That's what sneak attack says. So
Okay. So that's going to be 10 points.
Okay.
3 of those, I guess, are psychic and...
Okay, that doesn't matter.
I don't know however you...
No, I
sneak attack
appreciate
damage
it. Yeah.
on... Yeah.
Okay, so you swipe with him at him the first time. He's able to fight it off, but you use his fear of distraction in that moment to just stab him right in the abdomen with a mind knife, and he's looking hurt. That is the end of your turn, though. As Avra, it is now your turn.
I mean, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna just try a 3rd level chromatic orb again because I don't know.
Roll for it. Do it. You got
For
it.
Oh no. Okay, hold on. Let me add this D4. Oh god. I got a 16 total.
Hits. But as it hits him, you see the orb dissipate on his side, and he, yeah, chooses to let the spell not affect him.
Gonna spend my bonus action being bummed.
Hey, you did great in the battle yesterday. Or
Thanks.
earlier today, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
All right, Kelpie, you are up. Atticus, you're on deck after the Rakshasa.
I am drunkenly getting frustrated that I can't hit him in this giant form.
Uh-huh.
And so I'll use my bonus action to drop it.
Okay.
And then I'd like to use my action for multi-weapon fighting.
Okay.
And I'd like to take the 2 sleep daggers that I've prepared and just stab them with both.
Okay, roll
And
attacks on both of them.
As I do so. Ugh.
You get advantage on these.
Heck yeah. Dang it. Okay, first one was a 10.
Misses.
I need you to roll better dice. Thank you. And then the next one was a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. I mean, it's not gonna do a lot of damage, but I'll use this dice. Only 3 points of the piercing damage. Oh, it rolled.
What is
for
your
me.
alignment?
It's chaotic good.
That will be doubled to 6 points of damage.
I don't know what he has to do about the sleepy stuff.
I'm gonna say it doesn't affect him because it would at the very best be a spell effect.
It's not though. It's herbs.
That's true. The mechanics of a sleep dagger. Something I should have figured out when you told me about it.
This is what the Rakshasa is doing right now while he's contemplating this stab.
What is the sleep? What are the hit points for the lowest level sleep spell? Does anyone know off the top of their head?
Yes, because I just prepared it.
Like 8d6 or something like that. Yeah.
5d8.
5d8. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
5d8.
5d8. What level spell is sleep?
For me, it's a first
level
of my warlock spells.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just say a sleep dagger is a one-time use that basically not only hurts them, but then casts a level 1 sleep spell. So go ahead and roll 5d8.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Where are my d8s? Okay, there's one. Okay, where are the ones that are shaped like this? There you are.
Just say creatures are immune to being charmed aren't affected by the spell. Is that
That won't
Makes
be
it
the case
different.
for this because it's herbs.
Herbs.
Kelpie's
Okay.
11 herbs and spices.
25.
Not enough.
Dang it.
So very close though with the remaining hit points. He stumbles a little bit after you stab into him, and he's looking hurt, but he's still standing. So that was your bonus action.
Did an action and bonus action.
Yeah. Movement.
So. No, I'm not gonna move. I'm just still like shushing him, hoping that he falls asleep as I like. I'm hoping that the sleep is just taking a while. They're like, shh.
He turns and looks at you, and his eyes widen. You push me off a ship, and he goes and he's going to just claw at you twice. As you are the one that pushed him off a ship.
I forgot I did that. Yep, that I did.
First one is a 24. Second one is a 22.
Yeah.
They do 19 points of slashing damage total.
Okay.
Okay. And that'll be the end of his turn as he just stands there slashing at you in fury. And Atticus, you're up.
I'll swing over next to him. So I'm within 5 feet. Could I switch weapons in the same turn?
Yeah.
I wanted to like switch to my own sword. Yeah, I'll switch to
Whatever.
voltage. So extra damage, and do I get advantage with
Catch me
flanking
in a
Rev?
different mood. My answer will be different.
Okay, all right.
What'd you say?
Do I get advantage with Rev being there with flanking?
Yeah.
I'll swing. 7 plus 7, so 14.
Misses.
Damn it. And then I will swing.
That was with advantage?
That was with advantage. Rolled a 5 and a 7.
Yeah.
It'll be a 26.
26 hits.
And then I will pump a second level divine smite into it.
Okay.
Is he undead?
He is not undead.
Okay, all right. So that would be second level. Extra
Excuse
3d8, so it'll be 4d8 and a d6.
48 and a d6.
Pretty good. I rolled 2 8s. So 16 plus 6, 22, 25, 29 plus 5, 34 points of slashing damage.
Well, god damn it, Atticus, how do you want to do this?
Ooh, I'll just like I told you, leave us alone. I'll just stab him in the chest and like lightning him until he, like Marv from Home Alone. I can see like his skeleton and stuff, kind of like that.
Yeah. So you go and you stab right into his chest, and the blade almost hits Kelpie as it protrudes out of his chest, and he falls to the ground in front of you, Kelpie, and he starts to claw at his chest. And you see his body immediately, as if all of the water and moisture was being sucked out of his body, starts to wither and shrink within his clothes, and you start to hear this horrific as these black hands come out of the ground and pull the Rakshasa's body out of his own clothes and into the ground. As you hear the last moments yell, "I am not dead."
Oh, god damn it!
That's so
Free
freaking
clothes.
cool.
Elburn, Ray, and Avra make history checks.
Why does nothing die?
Got a
17.
9.
17 for Elburn.
17.
17 for Avra. Elburn, you and Avra actually had a conversation about this after your guys' first interaction with the Rakshasa. You both just kind of talked about similar knowledge that you had about this fiend. Because the way he had left the battle last time, you knew that you hadn't fully defeated him, but he had cast Plane Shift. Both of you then started talking about where he was going, most likely to the Nine Hells, and then started talking about other things about the Rakshasa. Both of you, leading to the fact that both of you know that when the Rakshasa is killed on the mortal plane, their soul is taken back to the Nine Hells and is tortured and mutilated for sometimes months upon years as they go throughout the horrible process of having their body reform. And then when they inhabit their new body, they have all of the memories and all of the grudges from their mortal plane body. And the only way to permanently kill a Rakshasa is to kill one within the Nine Hells.
Guess
Well-
we're going on a trip.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't want to do that yet because I feel like we got bigger issues to worry about. But that was pretty cool what you did, Atticus. That was pretty cool.
Oh, we all did it. I just
Yeah.
it was the last hit.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
It's
you
not,
hit him
Cool,
like
though.
really good.
you know,
Like like straight through him, like into my face almost. It was very cool.
I
The
think
amount of
this
things
is-
that I haven't killed are staggering.
That's
Kelpie,
true.
Are you still drunk?
She's a dinosaur.
Or she
Well, I was a
No,
dinosaur.
she dropped it.
Oh,
I'm
you
just
stopped
me
it.
now.
That was
Okay.
cool. The thing that you turned into. That was
Yeah, I
cool.
saw those in the Feywild. You don't see them
Oh,
here.
That's
wow.
awesome.
They're like everywhere over there.
It was like a big
Pretty
reptile.
neat.
That's
Mhm.
that's cool. That's kind of like me.
She's drunk.
Yeah.
You were just a drunk, large reptile.
Yeah,
What's
I
wrong
didn't do
with
very
what's
well
wrong
at
with
it.
that, Melbourne?
She's 15.
Yeah. So what? You weren't drunk at 15?
No, I was a straight-faced kid.
We had
That's
very
probably
I mean,
different
true.
childhood.
when you were 15, like what, 985 years ago?
Times are a change in Elburn. Get
I'm
with it.
changing to- Okay. You
The
know
drinking age for kobolds is 2 months.
what? 2
See?
months?
I'm
2
so
months.
old.
That's still. How old are you in human years, Laszlo?
I'd say 35.
I'm not a human though.
Thalia,
Not a
Thalia
human.
comes running up. What's going
Maybe
on?
a half-
What just happened?
Okay, so
Kelpie's drunk.
You
That's not the main concern.
no,
are you?
that's really low on the checklist.
Yeah.
Kelpie being drunk.
Yes, I'm me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense.
You cast
You're a
Divine
fiend,
Sense. You do not sense that she is a fiend or an
I
undead.
put on my
or,
eye patch.
Yeah,
The only-
I got
the
True
only-
Sight. This one's the real one.
Yeah, the
Still
only
put on, I still use True Sight too.
the only celestial ping that you get is of Elliot as he comes back into visibility, only to throw his tiny arms around Rev's neck, squeezing you tight. Oh my god, I was so worried about you,
Way
buddy.
to keep him safe, Elliot.
Thanks, buddy.
He did warn us.
Yeah,
I did my job. I didn't have a chance to do anything but the right thing.
Well,
Why
you need
so
to be a
mad
little
at
bit
me?
preemptive. You need to be preemptive.
Where were
You
you?
need to take initiative. I'm right here, man. Came as soon as I was called. I was trying to give him his space with Thalia.
The amount of hypocrisy that is in your words is astounding. Okay.
Hey, Elliot, I don't think we formally met yet, but I'm Laszlo.
Whatever, man. And he just hugs Rev.
thanks, buddy. Thanks,
Yeah,
buddy.
I was so worried about you.
Oh man.
Rev,
No, this-
you went and grabbed the guy's clothes. Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Hell yeah. That is going to be a 15.
15. Okay, so you find a few things. You first of all, he's wearing nice, very ornate, deep green robes. Seems like he wanted to dress well, but also be somewhat camouflaged in the environment. You also find the flask that he gave you a sip out of. It is a silver flask, small, cylindrical. Definitely has some arcanic ruins on it. Runes on it. You also see the dagger that he used. It is an obsidian bladed dagger with a bright gold handle and a red ruby in the pommel. And you also find 2 letters. The first one.
Letter B.
Brought,
On the
brought
back
this
of the
Rakshasa
note.
brought to you by the letter B and the number 13.
Bingo.
It's that SpongeBob episode. They're like, look, a letter.
You should now see the first letter in your handouts.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
In
Rev.
my hand.
Rev. It should be in your journal, where you see your character listed. And
Oh,
now
not
I put
everybody,
okay,
just
yep,
Rev.
yep, yep.
and I put
Okay.
the second one there now too.
Oh, isn't he cool?
As soon as he shares them with all of you, you can have all of them. But you find those 2 letters.
My only handout
I-
is Gavin.
Kind of like gather up the clothes
too.
and holding the letters. I'm gonna absolutely
All
share
right.
these. But like I go and like gather up my stuff, and so I just have like a bindle bag, like wrapped around clothes, and like my belt, like pants are like starting to like have to like use one hand to like hold it as we walk back to the fire. And then I read the letters out loud immediately.
Yeah, so I am putting all of them in your journals, and I am also showing them to you. You should see the 2 letters that he found.
Does anybody need healing?
I guess
while we're all
since
reading?
everyone is just sitting here reading these, I'll read them for the
I
stream.
was gonna say I'll read them out. I'll read them out loud if you want me to.
No,
or
it's
if
okay.
you
I'll
want
read them for the stream. So the first one says, Utak, I'm sending you to Faluin for one of 2 reasons. One, a member of their party has relatives there, specifically Thalia Ganondel. Keep an eye out on her. If they travel to Faluin, they will interact with her. I have other members of the Coven keeping a watchful eye on other known affiliates. The second reason is perhaps the more important one. The Library of Ancients is located in Faluin. I need someone of your expertise near our goal. As soon as you see a sign of any of them, you contact me and let me know. I will send others from the Coven to assist you. We are growing in number day by day. With the Angelkin now gone, I have been able to spread my presence and assert my power unlike ever before. Just in case you get any ideas, I want to remind you that I am not the only one you are working under. We both answer to Rikavar now. If we do not get him that book and access to the gray sky, I will be the least of your worries, and the same for you of me. However, should we succeed, we will know riches outside of the capability of our imaginations. Lessers will tremble. Signed, Demetrius Frey. And, now that the audience knows who these letters are from,
Good handwriting.
I will do this next letter in Demetrius's voice. Utak. I am glad the bold decision to follow Thalia out of Faluin has led to the 7 coming to you. However, do not engage. We must keep the Library of Ancients within our sights. Return to Faluin, and I will have the members of the Coven that meet you in Eldergrade. We are so close to revenge, my fiendish friend. Do not squander our element of surprise. Demetrius Frey.
What a stupid tiger.
Yeah, he did fuck this up.
Fucking backwards hands. Stupid
This is the
ass.
coolest day of my life.
Really? Because we almost, Rev could have gotten killed. Why is this cool?
Well,
I think we're pretty much
I
fine.
was fine. I did get hurt though.
Okay, so why are you
Alex,
asking me if
you
I'm
did something
me?
that-
Why are there
Yeah.
just robes and a dagger? Can please? Hello, I'm here standing. Hello, hi, Thalia Ganondel.
Laszlo, you've got the the history on us. You wanna fill Talia in?
I'll give you 25 points of land.
I don't know if Laszlo heard you.
oh, you want me to fill her in?
Well, I thought I saw you had that book.
You know more than we do, Leslie.
Oh well, wait, Thalia, you haven't read about the exploits of the
If
Lake
someone
Beach Seven?
doesn't tell me what happened in the last 5 minutes within the next 2 minutes, I'm going to be very upset.
We sent a naked Rakshasa back to hell.
Oh my god,
That was
you're
dressed
drunk.
as you.
You're drunk, but you're right.
What's a Rakshasa?
It was an illusion at one point. It was
Oh.
super cool.
Minor illusion, the Rakshasa, little bitty Rakshasa.
But it
Ugh.
made itself look like you, and you asked me to go for a stroll, and I
Spend some time in the bush. You know what I mean?
You see her face immediately start to get red. I'm very sorry that happened.
Hey,
Are
this
all
is
of you
not-
okay?
We're
I
all
think-
fine, and this is
yeah.
not your fault.
Dane now approaches and kind of puts a hand on his sister's shoulder. Everything all right? A lot of commotion going on, and Thalia kind of gestures to him. I'm glad you're all okay. And you see her face is red, and just being kind of called out really embarrassed her. And so her and Dane talk. She kind of informs Dane of what's going on as the two of them walk back to the fire.
Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be.
Rev, you should go talk to Thalia.
Yeah.
If you're into that sort of thing. I don't want to
Yeah, hey, Rev. You should go talk to her.
Think so? Okay.
Where's Ray?
Oh,
You look over at
yeah,
the
thanks
fire
for
and Ray's just sitting at the fire eating.
thanks for the help. It was, I mean, you did great. And pat you on the shoulder and give you your inspiration back.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thanks.
What? Why were you sitting by the fire?
Well, you know, you guys had it.
Why? But like, what if we didn't?
I mean, then I would get up and come help, but you
Are
know,
you
it's like too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
Inside.
just you know.
Inside check.
Sure, go ahead.
There's only one cook in this kitchen.
No, there's no way.
Randy Grayston.
And it's Randy.
Don't leave alone.
10.
Yeah,
That's up to her.
I'm fine. As far as you know.
That's never a good sign.
Did you
Albert.
just say as far as you know?
No, this is Angie saying to
Okay.
Evan.
I was
As
like-
far as Albert knows, Ray is fine.
Okay.
I think you
cool.
fucked up, and I'm gonna kind of walk away. I think you fucked up. I think you fucked
Wait,
up
what?
somehow. You did something.
What? Wait a minute. Did I fuck up?
Are you saying
I'll
that to me?
start dancing.
Yeah, I turned back to you as he's like walking away. I turned right back to you. Did I fuck up or something?
I don't know. Did you?
Okay, this feels gaslighting.
I
around.
hate this.
I've been around for quite some time, and being a person who used to be called Sir Gaslight way back in the day, that's how I helped rise to
For a
power.
completely different reason.
Yeah, for a horrible reason. There were people who were lit on fire by gas, but that's neither here nor there. What?
Cool.
What?
I have a history, Laszlo. I have a history.
I'm furiously writing all this down in a notebook.
Don't write this down, man.
Sir, gaslight. Okay, I'll do some research.
What's going on, Ray?
Nothing. Not one thing. And I looked to the rest of the people around him and like, I'm fine. Are you fine? I'm fine.
Ooh.
Atticus,
Any
shut
of
up,
us are
I'm
really
fine.
fine.
You
I'm
just see
fine.
other-
I just didn't feel like fighting just then, and you guys had it, and so I was on like
It's
standby.
over, man.
Sometimes we need backup.
No one wanted.
I'm just gonna join Atticus.
I go pick my glass off the ground that I'm sure I spilled and just like refill it and just like start sipping wine again.
Okay, yeah, easily
I
enough.
cast the spell Shatter up in the air.
Okay.
Everyone in the camp freaks out.
I don't know. I'm just gonna, and I just go back to a log and just sit down like this.
Not knowing what to do with yourself. Yeah.
Just nothing.
Totally
Can
understand.
he see? Are you sitting where you can like see me?
Yes, probably like
Ugh.
just like across from where you were.
Damn. Okay, never mind.
So yeah, I mean, I guess the night is yours.
Well,
I
that
don't
was
want it to
fun.
be. I'm scared now.
I mean, how late is it? Can we?
I
Can
mean,
we
it's time to go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, let's just figure out watches and go to bed, y'all.
I'll dance until I fall asleep.
All right. So
Back to.
Thalia definitely decides whether or not you guys are having watches or not. Certain members of the Wild, or the remaining members, certain members of the remaining members of the Wild will be on watch. You can choose your own watches as well. They start to pile into their bedrolls, except for those who are out on watch, and head back to sleep.
Take first watch.
I'll go ahead and say, is there anything that anyone wants to do on their watches?
I was gonna take a watch with Ava and drunkenly talk to her.
Okay.
Is Talia taking watch?
Talia is finding it hard to sleep and is going to take the first watch.
Yeah, I would want to go check in with her anyway.
Okay, yeah. So you two will take the first watch.
In front of Elburn. Don't even care.
I'm
Avra,
crafting some items.
Because I'm also on the
Okay.
I'm also on first watch.
I was gonna ask if does anybody have any like extra magic items that I could attune to? I just figured out I have.
Do you want to be really strong?
Oh, do you want to cast?
I mean, I am really strong.
I'm
but yeah.
assuming you would have had Avra cast Identify on those two objects, right?
Yeah, we
the,
can do that before we go to bed.
The flask?
And what about the dagger?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
So the flask is called the Flask of Fogginess. It causes anyone who takes a drink from it. The liquid is not permanent, but any liquid is put in there will count. But if someone takes a drink from this flask, they have disadvantage on any wisdom, charisma, or intelligence saves for 10 minutes.
Damn.
So that is why you had disadvantage, because he had you take a drink from the flask of fogginess.
Yeah.
This is why you
Also,
don't take things
also,
from
if he would have had to
strangers.
take
Being a
any
girl
of those
101.
saving throws, because he took a drink as well,
He also
would
did take a drink.
he would have had, but he also has the 6th level thing, so he was willing to do it.
So this gets you more drunk, basically.
it definitely does make you like,
Yes.
it makes you really like, yeah, it's the bad kind of, it's like the spins without any of the like adrenaline and happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible, actually.
I'll just keep this. Let's keep this away from Kelpie.
Okay. Yeah. Just so you know, because I think you could. I don't really know how magic items work. But that dagger. Because I think I guess you can know this without casting Identify on it, but it's a +3 dagger.
Oh, sure.
So
Oh,
just
shit.
wanted you to know that mechanics wise.
Yeah.
It's a +3
Cool.
dagger.
I think if you spend a short rest with an item, you can learn the properties of it.
Yeah.
I think that's
Oh
how
yeah,
like,
if you attune
certain
to
things
it.
are like how you attune to it, and then when you attune to it, you know what's up.
But I don't think you have to
Gotcha.
even tune to it to even like learn about it.
Gotcha.
Sure.
So
Atticus, what's your strength score?
If I had to say out of 20, I would say I'm about 16.
Oh. All right, I got an item for you in the morning.
Okay, sweet, thank you.
The little like.
So I looked at your abilities, Matt, and it doesn't. It says that it requires a long rest, but it doesn't say it's like in place of a long rest.
Yeah, whenever you finish the long rest.
So what I'm gonna say mechanically is that you stay up all night making these items, and then you just you take something in the morning and you feel energized.
Yeah, I pop a pill from
Yeah.
the unmarked pill container.
Old booger sugar.
Yeah, I think it like in intention it is like picking spells.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like a wizard. essentially.
So what are the items that? I guess we can get to that in the morning, but you'll have you have the capability of having 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. So, well, no, you can imbue how many per day?
I have 8 infusions that I could potentially use, but I can only use it on 4 items.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. So, as that is happening, Thalia is on the first watch, and you approach her, and she kind of looks to you, and she speaks first, kind of almost it like comes out of her, and she says, "I'm very glad that you were okay, and I just want to say that I'm very sorry that it was under my visage that you were tricked. I think that that creature might have heard me speaking with Avra earlier in the evening and used that. And I apologize."
I was just gonna come over to say sorry for I don't know. Calling you out. Just because I mean, yeah, there's a reason why it worked, and I didn't mean to I don't know, draw attention to that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I might have mentioned to Avra, it was really a childish thing. I simply asked if you were, I simply asked if you were involved in any sort of way. And I asked that, and I'm not ashamed of asking that. I'm a woman who knows what I want, and I'm respected, and I and so I don't need to be challenged in that way. And I'm not saying you are challenging me. I'm saying for anyone who is questioning, they shouldn't.
I feel the same. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But,
Gotcha.
I
Understood.
cast dancing lights to kind of give just like a romantic vibe around them, like an under the sea type vibe, like some jellyfish going by.
All right.
I was gonna say I am on the watch, but like 10 feet away and just watching this. And not just silently this.
Yeah. Well, perhaps, upon returning to Voluin, if a night of rest is ever available, we could. I would love to discuss maybe something not so dramatic and life threatening over a drink or two.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Wonderful. Well, it looks like you and Elburn have this. And she stands up and starts to walk away, and she seems thoroughly embarrassed. But as she stands and walks away, she walks away for a couple feet, and very classically, John Hughes kind of looks over her shoulders, not fully making eye contact, but you see a smile kind of creep up on her mouth.
Both of us trying not to look back.
Yeah, and then she does the little extra exhale through the nose as she walks over and begins to fall asleep.
You blew it, and I'll just kind of turn over. Dancing lights will go out.
I walk over to Rev and go, "Is that what it looked like when I was like flirting?"
I wasn't paying attention when you were trying to flirt.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just keep an eye out. We're on watch to just.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I just like put that casual, just like. Pat his shoulder, and I get.
I'm like right next to him, like banging on some metal.
Is anyone sleeping? Anyone sleeping at all? No, just kidding.
Everyone's very invested in this.
Yeah.
I do have one thing.
Yes.
While as anyone who is distracted as possible, or like while everybody's distracted as possible, I would like to try to find my picture.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
I have it.
I know.
Yeah, I want to find it.
I was working on making you a gift, and you're gonna just steal it from me.
No, because I definitely got an 8.
Okay, so with an 8, what I will say mechanically is you get up to the bag. You notice that if you go any further, you're going to make noise and wake her up, but you can back away right now.
I'll back away.
Okay, so you back away.
Save me an awkward conversation.
Kelpie, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage for me.
Amazing. Okay, this dice hasn't fucked me over yet. You got a nat 20 and a 9.
9. Unfortunately, you are not able to stay awake to have your conversation with.
Well, it would be 11 with my
you.
Constitution bonus. I don't know if that changes.
It
But...
does not. No,
Great.
It was 15, medium level difficulty, and so yeah, so weren't able to stay up for or at least get up for that second watch to speak with
Yeah.
Avra. So
I definitely would have said like, oh yeah, I'll wake up.
Yeah, Avra, wake me up.
Yeah.
Avra, you
Wake
try
me
to
up,
wake her
I'll
up.
be-
It's not worth it. You realize you should just let her sleep. And yeah, the rest of the watches go uneventful. Nothing else happens.
During my watch, I would like to take some time to take out that drawing.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done this if I caught you. Take out that drawing, and my goal is to like work on it until I can like make the face look like not my mom, like just like edit it so I can still give her like a sexy picture back.
Okay.
But it's like not my mom.
Okay, and what skills are you going to use to do this?
You know, I have some parchment.
Uh-huh.
And
so are you recreating the photo or editing the original?
I'm editing the original, so I guess I
so
would just use like...
make a performance check.
Okay.
Can't
It's
say
gonna
that.
be
That's copyrighted.
so bad. It's
Oh
so
my god, I
bad.
rolled a natural 1.
Just cuts the head out.
You
Like that one painting that they drew.
you
Just a
make a
weird
bunch
face
of
over it.
edits and you're like, no, this isn't what I want to do, and so you go to erase it and then realize that the eraser is bad and you just smear the entire thing, and then you're like, okay, no, I need to erase that, and you're trying to erase the smear, and you, with a natural 1, you erase the picture and you just shred the picture completely. There is now
I-
nothing left of what that picture used to be.
I'm gonna hide the remnants of that and move on with my life.
That's fair.
Okay.
fair.
All right. So
Story of the Lake Peak 7. I'm
with the
gonna hide rest
last
of it.
with the last nude of Ava's mom destroyed, we now wake up the next day, and Laszlo has greeted you all with a lot of energy and has some gifts for some of you.
Yeah, everybody wake up.
You're way too loud right now. Oh,
You know what? I think Laszlo could be a little bit louder. I think that would be fun.
no, no,
You know, shout it out, Laszlo. What's up?
no. he
I'm
doesn't have to
sorry I'm
shout.
so loud. I'm just really excited. Atticus. All right.
Yep.
You ready? All right,
Christmas
so
morning.
I have a little box with a bow on it.
Oh my god.
Sure.
All right, so you know, a little bit of backstory. You know, back when I was in the Cragbane tribe, there was this one person named Hilna. She was a shaman. She was totally cuckoo, crazy. I don't know. Regardless, she decided she wanted to have an ogre to join our clan for a while, and he was fine for a while. Then he started like killing us and eating us and stuff. So we killed him, but I was able to grab his gauntlet, and I've kind of forged it, and I open up the box for you, and it's a.
Oh, that's kind of like my favorite part, but it's fine.
Oh no! I'm sorry. I put the top back
No,
on.
no, Laszlo, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Pull out like a gauntlet that looks like Thanos's Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes.
Huge, massive. It's got like veins of like some sort of like electricity or liquid coming down the side of it that goes up to your arm. Try it on.
Put him on.
All right.
They're awesome.
Mechanically, they are Gauntlet of Ogre powers, and it sets your strength score to 19.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Nice.
Uh,
Very veiny glove.
Elburn, you're still using my pistol. That's great.
It's mine. You gave it to me. So.
Yep. Well, it's not. Yeah, I gave it to you. All right. And then I also start putting on some like special boots that have some sort of weird nozzle on the back of them and suit up like with a backpack. And then I click a little button in my hand, and I blast into the sky with rocket boots, which is my version of winged boots. Start flying around.
You were turning into Iron. You're basically our Iron.
All right, that's all I got for now.
All right. So
all
what
you
are the
got?
what are the 4 items right now? Winged boots, ogre's power gauntlet.
Bag of holding and a repeating shots infusion
That's
for
correct.
the gun.
Yeah. All right.
Which is mechanical, right? It's not magical.
It's not magical. I mean, it's not
Not
magical.
magical.
No.
Not magical. It's mechanical. It's all mechanical.
Okay. Making sure, Laszlo.
If I cast silence around Kelsey, does that make things silence around her, or we just can't hear her?
It's like a 20-foot radius. So like no sound gets in or out of it.
So if I'm away from the group, I could be on the edge of that. So I can't talk and I can't hear.
Okay.
Right.
I'm just gonna casually cast
I think
silence
the
over Kelsey.
The bubble also like cuts out noise. So if we like moved Kelpie outside of the bubble,
I just want to give her some reprieve.
or left her
Thank
in the
you.
bubble and we all went outside.
I'd have to stay.
Yeah. So sorry, I was sending Ian. Ian, I sent you
was
the.
gonna ask you about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent you the
thank so
detail
much.
after spending the night with it. You now have the details of that dagger.
Mm.
Spent the
Angie,
night
to
with
answer
it.
your question, to give Kelpie some reprieve, you would need to cast silence on whatever was making the noise that was bothering her the most. Just casting it around her would just make the area around her silent,
Mhm.
but noise would well, actually, I guess I don't know how that makes sense. No, I guess you're right. Sorry, I thought about it wrong. So no, yeah, you can just cast it around her head, and then anything noise that would try to penetrate that bubble wouldn't be able to. So sorry.
I'm gonna do that,
Cool.
and then I'm gonna give her a little wink, and then be like,
And yeah, it just feels like it just muffles out entirely.
And I'll just be like,
feels like you're underwater.
I was like zone out and like probably fall asleep a little bit.
Thalia and the Wild immediately start packing up.
Are we going back to Elden Guard? Because the whatever the coven thing is, probably.
lifted a big rock
we
over
should
my head.
talk about that.
I think it might be worthwhile to update our to-do list.
Yeah.
Maybe just start it over.
Yeah, because the one dragon is a different dragon.
Yeah, now there's 2 1
Like
dragon.
Shadow Dragon. I think we like dragons. We did it, guys.
Yeah, I crossed off dragon.
Let's just say
We
did
still got the one. We still got.
Yeah, with
Yeah, it's a different dragon though. It's a different.
It's a sub.
Yeah,
is that
it's a
sub
different-
Pildor or is
we're
that?
no,
No, Pildor's against Pildor. That's right.
yeah.
Xander's gonna die, but like we know that. Like that's always gonna be on the list until he's dead.
Mm,
I wonder
So-
if the smoke dragon will remember me because Rod and I kind of had a relationship.
Had a
Rakshasa.
relationship?
No. I was deathly afraid of him, and he forgot who I was.
So here's what's left from the last to-do list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would
Old
be
business, then new
the smoke dragon.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have Book in Faluin, and I have Lake Peak.
Oh,
We
that's
should
right.
go
Oh, we
Lake
did say like peak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did say
did.
We
Lake
did
Peak.
Faluin
say
is
we
like
would go back
right there.
Yeah, we are very close to following, and
Yeah,
we have some more information about that.
Can we
Might as
do
well,
follow you in on the way to Lake Peak?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
think we
should
go
add
to
hell
Followin
on
and then
there.
we get a ride to Lake Peak, maybe.
Well, we have these bricks.
Oh yeah, the gold bricks.
But
Oh, boy.
they're
Well,
not
we
in
can
Lake
take it with
Peak.
us.
No, we
One of
grab
them's
that
close to
and we
Lake
take
Peak,
it.
though.
We take it with us. I think.
No, one of
Yeah.
them's not close to Lake Peak, but what you could, so you have multiple options. You could, you have the one that's back in Eldergrade. You have the one that's on the cold slab. You have the one that is in Stagham, you don't know where, and you have the one that is in Laszlo's hut. So what you could do is you could go back to Eldergrade, get that teleporter, teleport to Stagham, use the teleportation circle to get to Lake Peak, or you can get to Eldergrade, grab the brick, continue traveling to Faluin, use the teleportation circle that's most likely at Faluin to travel to either Lake Peak or Stagham, and then if you go to Stagham, use that to travel to Lake Peak.
We'll be rolling into
That's tough.
Following with somebody who's important there.
That's true. I'd love
We're
to see
also
that.
being-
Talia could
there
probably
as well.
advocate for us. We just took out a dragon,
2 dragons.
2 dragons.
I'm just-
We're heroes.
I'm concerned about.
and
I'm
we
concerned
gotta
about
get
the coven.
this book. Yeah, nope, me too.
Rev, do you know
About the
anything
coven.
about this coven? I mean, it seems you had the strongest relationship with Demetrius. Did he ever mention anything about this?
Hey bud, you got anything to say?
You see Elliot appear on your shoulder, and he's kind of just like looking off into the distance.
Never gonna get used to that.
Yeah,
Rikavar? Does that sound?
he seems like scared, and his eyes widen even more so when you say that.
Yeah, no,
And
that's okay,
then
bud.
his eyes go white, and Elliot kind of like floats for a second, and then he lands back down on
I
you.
knew it. Oh,
Not my guy out too.
Every time, come on.
And in that moment, Elliot feels like he can't. He feels completely overwhelmed with emotion and just starts crying. And when you attempt to ask him what's wrong, he grabs you. He stands up on your shoulder. You turn to look at him like this, and he grabs you on either side of your face, and you receive these visions and emotions through Elliot. And you learn more about Demetrius Frey than you ever have, as Elliot's memories that he has been suppressing or that were magically suppressed are now revealed. As you travel through these visions, you see a young Demetrius. He is studying magic at at some kind of location. You can't really see what. He looks very similar to the way that you've always seen him, except a bit more sun to his skin, and a bit more of a happy demeanor. You see another flash, and it goes to um, Demetrius reading a spell, and his like sleeve keeps getting tugged at,
Mm.
and he pulls it away. And his sleeve keeps getting tugged at, and he pulls it away again. And then you hear him say, "Elliot, stop!" And he looks down, and you see a young boy named Elliot, who you immediately know to be the Elliot that has been traveling with you, while at the same time knowing him as once being Demetrius's human child. And Elliot then starts to play with his father, and the two of them, he leaves the desk, and they start to connect in that way. And then you see another flash, and you see Elliot and Demetrius. You see them running around with an older woman closer to Demetrius's age with long flowing red hair. Um, and they just seem to be having a great time. And while they are playing, two more, or while they're all like talking, two more people enter. You see one of them being a another younger girl with black hair, um, and an older girl with red hair like her mother's. Um, and the red-haired woman turns and looks, uh, and she says, "Lidra, Bella, please come in." As you didn't recognize her at first, but you see a young Bella Moon Eyes and the younger red-headed girl enter. And once again, just as Elliot gives you this knowledge, it's like you're viewing it through Elliot. You greet both of these people as your sisters. And then another flash happens, and as they are all there joining with one another, the door breaks down, and you see Godric Hollows appear into the doorway. A fight breaks out. Godric um, accuses the redheaded woman of adultery and cheating. Brought forth. The knowledge is brought forth that Elliot and the black-haired girl are Demetrius's children and not his own. And it is then revealed that the black-haired daughter was brought back to life by Demetrius, and that it was due to a deal with Rikavar. And a fight ensues. Godric kills the black-haired daughter. Um, Bella escapes and runs away. The mother is then killed as well, and Demetrius and Elliot barely escape as she forfeited her life for them. And then another flash, another vision of Demetrius, his hair ratted and torn and asunder, and his clothes are messy, and he's quickly and hastily writing runes on the ground as Elliot just kind of to the side appears scared and terrified. Another flash, Elliot's begging his father to stop. Demetrius pushes him away. Another flash, and you see a ritual being performed, and a dark entity is summoned forth by Demetrius. This part of the memory is black and is faded from you. When Elliot turns to look at this entity that has been summoned, you just see blackness. Something is still suppressing that part of the memory. But you immediately see Demetrius's after some language is exchanged in a dark language that you don't understand, or more so that Elliot doesn't understand, so therefore you're not able to understand it. Demetrius then kind of his chest gets pulled forth in the air. His nails start to grow slightly long. His skin becomes pale. His two front teeth extend into fangs as he becomes the visage of Demetrius that you know. And then, although you can't see it, the black entity focuses its concentration on Elliot, and Elliot's skin begins to crack and become green and scaly. His fingers merge, becoming long, clawed hands. And as he feels his visage changing, he also feels his memories fading as the son Elliot dies and the Quasit Elliot is born. But now you flash back forward to reality, and Elliot is still there on your shoulder, sobbing, crying, as the Elliot that has been dead for a very long time has now been reunited with his current situation, and two personalities have been merged into one in a very traumatic event. And so yeah, all of that happens.
I just cradle Elliot and like hold him and cry. Also,
The rest of you see that Elliot is no longer this pot-bellied, poker hat wearing fairy. As a matter of fact, he is he still has the fairy wings, but he is the visage of a small, like 12 to 14-year-old boy with short black hair and almost noble-esque clothing that looks very out of date and very out of style. But that's pretty much all you see is he's curled up and holding on to Rev.
What just happened?
Gidget tends to want to comfort, so he scurries over and just joins the cuddle puddle.
Rev, you feel a little warm ball appear on your shoulder.
Yeah, it takes Rev a really long time to even organize his thoughts and like go through the feelings of what he just experienced.
Especially
then,
you viewed them through Elliot, and you already both had this emotional connection, and so it was almost as if you experienced everything that he did mushed down into 10 seconds or so.
Yeah. Eventually he tries to paraphrase that experience as you've given it to us to the rest of the group through tears and
through a combination of
memories.
Through a combination of spoken words, but also because you're all within 30 feet of him, occasionally you'll get images or a sentence will be said in your minds as Rev struggles, but eventually gives you the you're within 30 feet of him, so he can do it to anybody. So yeah, you eventually get everything that I just told Rev told to you.
That's dark.
How long does silence last? I'm just curious if I'm just getting the bits and pieces of like the story as I'm like calming out. Like,
I don't know, but we can say if
and then
we can say if Ray wanted
minutes,
if Ray wanted to, once the story started, she could have dissipated it.
okay.
If
Yeah,
she
my
wanted to.
it is. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it is concentration. So as soon as I start getting invested in the story, I'm like completely forgot. But
Great.
killed me. That's
Wow.
we've all had fucked up childhoods, but
My childhood was okay. My adult life.
damn.
Melbourne.
I come over to like give Elliot a hug.
He turns and you see you see the different visage of Elliot, and he's about 1.5 feet tall, but everything's proportionate. He just looks like a mini boy.
Ooh, like
I'm
a
not
scary
much taller,
Victorian
so.
child.
Small boy.
He looks like a large like action figure.
Why do I feel like he's that doll from that scary movie where that girl gets hired to nanny the doll?
Boy?
Yeah, yeah.
No, he
Ew.
doesn't. See, because I would say that's like disproportionate, you know.
Oh,
Am I getting anything? Is he still celestial? Or
He is still celestial. Yeah, actually, if anything, you get more of a ping of celestial.
So, what's the coven? Is it the thing that he was talking to?
The
Or is
coven.
that Rikava?
The coven is. And Elliot kind of, I'm not going to do his voice. It hurts my throat right now. But Elliot
Also, maybe not the voice that he'll.
also probably maybe not the voice. We'll see.
Now.
Hey, how you doing?
You know what? Fuck it. All right, well listen. Yeah. The coven. You know, Dimitri's dad. I guess I don't know. He always said if the Angelkin weren't around, that he'd be able to make our family bigger. That's how he would put it. The coven. I mean, just to stop beating around the bush, he's making more vampires.
That's not good.
Now, does this bump it up on our list or not?
It kind of seems so.
I mean, it
It's
seems
great.
like it's a problem
It
that's
might.
expanding actively.
The minutes for this
Mhm.
meeting are going to be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We're
and
being
Rev had a vision.
this one's
5
close.
minutes.
If he's coming to like that library or whatever for the thing, and
Yeah,
bringing
so
more
what-
people.
What I have right now is on the to-do is follow you in with some sub bullet points, which are book, coven member, and teleportation circle.
That makes sense.
If we stop the book, that would kind of.
Yeah, they're kind of one and the
Coven wouldn't
same,
really-
but I put them
Well,
both.
That's good.
Make us feel more
No, that's good.
productive.
I like
Cross
that.
two
We
things
might
off.
need to go to Lake Peak to throw them off because they said they were watching us at Eldergrade and at Follow-You-In based on that letter.
He was watching us because the Rakshasa knew where we were.
Yeah, the
He's watching
Rakshasa
Follow-You.
was following you. Other people are following other known affiliates. Is all that it said
Yeah.
Of us or Thalia?
of
And
you.
it's
Of
did the
us. I don't know
letter-
if that was Thalia.
Am I legitimately crazy? And did the letter say
Yeah.
something about Eldergrade?
Yeah, it did.
Because the Rakshasa was there.
Yeah.
Didn't it, I thought it said something about the coven showing up there.
It did.
So like,
But
A
they're not-
member of the
they're not
coven
there to
will reach
watch
an
you.
elder grade. Yes.
They're there to kill you, which
Yeah.
means But basically, what you know from that letter is that a bunch of vampires were sent to Eldergrade while you guys were gone.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we need to go back and fuck them up.
well,
Well,
you
we
need to go
know
back and
some.
get that brick.
Yeah, there's a member.
We need the brick.
Oh, members of the coven.
Yeah.
That's
we need
where
that brick.
we lose the S in the scratch mark.
Yeah.
Which is
Which was on purpose.
Yeah.
But then I read it out loud and read it from my notes. So
We should also add to the bottom of the list, but go to hell to kill the Rakshasa.
That'd be
Probably
fun.
should-
At some point.
Yeah.
That
Can
seems
we
like a
put that
lot.
under?
It's-
I don't know the word. What's it called? Like a side. Like it's not our main, but it's a
Side quest.
Next
side
to
quest.
class.
Yeah, call it
Yeah.
a
Did
he
side
ever-
quest.
Has,
Like
has
an
anybody ever been
adjacent
to been to hell? I
Not
have.
in like a literal sense.
I studied it
I
briefly
certainly
when I
haven't.
was looking at shit. I didn't really like it. It didn't seem like fun, so I didn't read those.
Kelfie, who gave you that beer?
It was just left here.
God damn it!
I don't feel good. Okay.
I try to take the beer. From
Little hair
Kelsey.
of the dog. I don't think she.
I'm
actually
gonna
has
lay
the
on
beard.
hands. I
No, I
can
don't
get rid of
actually.
your. I can get rid of the bad. You know what? You need to feel the hangover.
She doesn't
So I'm
actually
just
have a
gonna
beer.
lay sitting
Oh, the
No, I have a
hangover.
hangover
yeah.
though. I am
Yeah,
a
I think
I'm
hangover.
gonna-
From
you
like
need
2
to know
glasses
that
of wine too.
There are bad effects to alcohol, so I'm gonna let you sit with it.
Yeah.
I
think
agree
that's
with
part of-
Atticus,
that's
and I
part of
stand
it.
next to him like this.
Okay.
Wanting like a high five or something, Atticus returns nothing.
So what it feels like is that we need we
Yes.
need to go to Follow You In,
Mhm.
take care
We
of
need to
stuff
get
there.
the brick first.
We'll go
Get-
back to
get the
Ovamar.
brick.
Or no, sorry, go back to Eldergrade. Maybe kill some vampires. Try and
Mhm.
get
That'd
there
be
during
awesome.
the day.
I've been
I've
got
been
steaks.
wanting to kill a vampire for so
we try and get there
long.
during the day. Try and get there during the day.
I got steaks. I open my jacket, and you see steaks like in like
The
little
New
inside
York strip,
pockets.
filet
why have we
mignon.
Yeah.
been eating
Ribeye.
wafers if you have steaks in your jacket?
You hear in the background, wah wah.
If you give me a cast iron, I can really cook those up for you.
Yeah.
Well, it just so you know, like if we go to see the vampires during the day, like what is more worth it to the party? The vampires having disadvantage or me having disadvantage? Because we
The
can
vampires.
Vampires.
Go. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know.
There's also
I mean, it's like
there's
one
also
versus.
maybe an angel in Eldergrade.
What?
Oh yeah. Wait, did you tell that to us?
Mhm. Yeah, you read the letter.
Avra are the only ones who
There's
know about that guy.
a
What
name,
happened?
an angel.
So Evan commented on that. But
Oh,
no,
not
forgot.
Angelkin. Okay.
Not an angel Ken.
there's
Not-
an angel.
Maybe.
Also, are apparently the Angel King all dead now?
Well,
We
Godric
killed
is.
them, didn't we?
Yeah, we killed
Didn't we?
Godric.
Killed a fair few of them.
And
I
I'm
didn't
still
know that
happy
was, like,
about that.
it.
I am very sorry to hear about what happened to
So Godric was like a bad
yeah.
dude still. Like that was
nope, still
Yeah.
confirmed to be bad dude.
Yeah.
Woo! I'll just lose
Yeah,
that sleep.
no, I
So,
know. No,
but
same,
this
big
angel-
same, bud.
But an angel. Those are real too. So we have like all of the things are basically just
What do you mean-
probably real.
What do you mean there was an angel at Elder Grade?
Well, I don't know he was an angel, but there's like some magical being who's hiding out in Elder Grade. And it seemed, I don't know, I don't want to like mess with his
We have a lot
feelings,
on the to-do
but,
list
like,
right now.
Yeah. Maybe he can help us with these vampires. I don't know.
We should just, I think either way, maybe we should try to like walk and talk, ride and talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Off!
good stuff. So
I
you
blast into the air.
so you guys, how long do the winged boots last?
4 hours.
So yeah, for a good amount of the trip, Laszlo is joining Ray and Tiny in the sky as you guys, Ray, you kind of instruct Laszlo on some of your formations so that you guys can make an aerial assault when needed.
I want to do a thing where Laszlo, because you said it's like fire, it's like rockets. If you can make like smoke, and then I can strike a lightning through, and we can make like a logo or something.
They can
At
help.
least they
Laszlo
won't
and
see us
Ray.
coming.
Yeah, easily enough you guys are able to do so.
Canon.
And it's canon. You guys can make a little air logo for yourselves.
I
It's
do
like the
have, like,
Avengers, but
I have wings on my body that are tiny and that don't work. So
That's
those
true.
are like flapping as well to make it look like I'm flying.
All right, so you guys continue to travel. For the sake of brevity, you travel for whole day, sleep in the night.
I would ask Avra to check in with my family during a day if we.
Yeah, they would tell you that they are at this point. They're also okay, and at this point they're approaching Eastboro. They're almost there.
Okay.
They've been traveling through the forest.
I'll
You
just tell
point
them
out
to stay quiet, and if they can move towns again, just maybe try to stay on the move.
Yeah, and you also warn them of the letters in a roundabout way, and they say
Right,
that they were already on the lookout for people watching them, haven't noticed anything, but they'll open it up.
Sure.
Can I try and scry on Peeldor or Xavier on that trip?
Sure. Let me roll a wisdom saving throw for him.
That cowardly little butt ran away from the smoke dragon.
He got a 17.
Well, that means I can see him 17 times.
You're right. That is so you see a piece of cloth on him, and that's all that you see for about 10 minutes. You said 17 times, right? Zoomed in 17 times. That's what you meant. Yeah. So yeah, you see a piece of his robe for about 10 minutes.
In my head, I go, still looks good, even though it fucking.
You spend and then the next day, you approach Eldergrade. It's around noon, but a very dense fog covers the small village of Eldergrade.
Good.
I don't like that.
That's pretty lucky, Laszlo.
Thank God.
As you get closer and closer to the village, you don't notice any movement of any sort from anybody.
Like we see people that are literally not moving, or like the town.
You see nobody.
Okay.
People not moving would be really creepy.
But
Can I
this
make a
is
nature check on the
a
fog?
town.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Evan?
Can I make a nature check on the fog?
Yes? Kelpie?
And this was like a town, like there were people besides the.
Yes, it was
those that
very
lived with us,
small. There
like-
was only like maybe 50 people who lived here.
Gotcha.
So it's a
Okay.
small town, but yes, there were other people. What'd you get on your nature check?
And
10? Yeah, you don't know. You start to hear doors and window shutters creaking in the wind, as most of the doors and most windows seem to be open. You notice large scratch marks on most of the doors and windows. Some of the doors have been torn off their hinges. You start to notice little splotches of blood.
Can I do a moderate retcon and say that I gave everyone a steak on the trip?
Totally.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, I had like a wooden steak.
That this works? This does something?
I mean, I did when I was traveling around. I used to hunt monsters way back after
Have
the
you killed a
fall.
vampire?
It should. I mean,
No, have
This
you?
Is this
Have
when you
I?
were
You're
Sir
fucking with me,
Gaslight?
Albert, and I'm gonna stab this thing, and it's just gonna.
I
Well,
killed.
while everybody's arguing over the stakes,
He's so
I'm gonna get Gidget and have him just go into whatever the closest building is to us and have him look around a little bit, and I'll look through his eyes.
You see a torn asunder house with blood on the floor, but no visual people.
Can I make an intelligence check to make sure that in the hundreds of years that it's been since I have come up against a vampire that the steak works?
Make a history check, yeah.
History, yeah.
Sir Gaslight slaying vampires.
16.
Van Gaslight.
You know that a stake to the heart does work if it is in its resting place.
It works if it's in its resting place, so I think we should just have these just in case. So it does work, but we should have them anyway.
Well, I mean, it's daytime. It seems like nobody's here. We know there were vampires here. We're all connecting the same dots,
Do
right?
we have the ability to clear any of this fog out? Anybody? Before we go in?
There's
Also,
no
brain,
blowing.
I start blowing on it.
also brain trust.
I have Gust that I'll just start casting Gust as a cantrip and just seeing if I can start to
As
even
you do,
affect the fog.
yeah, as you do, the fog starts to dissipate.
Anybody
And
know-
go ahead.
Does anybody know if vampires are fae or fiends? Anybody know?
I think they're fiends.
Fiends, maybe?
They are undead.
Aren't they dragons?
They're actually undead. Did you hear that?
Okay, cool.
Somebody said that.
So, as you're pushing aside the fog, you just start to see more of the same. Almost every building that you see, including, by the way, the general store.
No.
The doors are torn off, claw marks. You see blood everywhere, but with the pouring away of the fog, you start to see that the blood is in trails, and that the trails start making smears, and that those smears are leading inside of the manor.
I
Mm.
don't want to alarm anyone, but I think that we. Did you say yes?
I'm just excited to kill some vampires. Sorry.
Yeah, I think the whole town is vampires, and I think they're all at the manor.
Wait, where's Thalia and the rest of them?
They're right there with you, right beside you.
Okay. For a second, I thought they went ahead, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
No, they're just as flabbergasted as all of you are.
Yeah, brain trust with Avra, Atticus, Kelfie, Talia, and Laszlo.
Well, I mean, it's daytime, which
Nighttime.
would mean that they
Kinda.
would be resting. Should we
Yeah, I think we ambush.
sneakily make our way to the manor?
Keep your
If
stations
we-
low.
if
do
we-
we need to?
Banner,
I mean, if we burn down these houses, they got nowhere to hide.
Yeah,
as
but
soon
then
as you
we're
say
burning
that, I
down a
already
whole
have a
town.
stick of dynamite. Dynamite.
No, no.
Okay.
Avra, would you know this? Can we mend houses after we've burned them down?
You
You
can
can fix them.
rebuild them.
Yeah, we could.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
could
think- I
tinker.
think
tinker
Ever heard of
on them
manual
for
labor?
days.
It's been a while since I've known magic, but that's
I
not
think-
a bad
think-
idea.
Maybe
I
we
think
just
mending.
get the thing we need and get out.
Yeah, mending
Mm,
feels more for
mhm.
a broken item, less for like a broken house, right? Am I right about that?
That's an
Yeah.
I
item.
think it's like
Yeah.
a square foot of.
It's also
something.
Yeah.
you can't do something as big as a house. It's a
I have
fucking
carpenter's tools. I can.
It's a
I can-
single break or
Take
tear.
time.
Oh,
I think
I
we
have
have
carpenter's
enough to do
tools.
without needing to rebuild an entire town.
I built my fair share of houses.
Why, Atticus? You want to build a house
I've-
together sometime?
Have a
I
talk,
need
We're gonna-
Kelpie, I need Ray, and I need Rev to make perception checks as the people who are not currently talking right now.
Uh-oh.
I love
Lay
a
out
good nat
blueprints
20
for
on a
me and
perception
Laszlo
check.
there.
It's that's chef's kiss. Why?
13.
I got a dirty 20.
All of you, both of you, but Kelpie, you're too invested in the conversation. Both Ray and Rev don't notice movement, but you notice that the blood is like almost a variable pool right inside of the manor. And you also seem, especially with your natural 20, it seems like there's a pile of bodies on the main entrance floor of the manor.
Oof. Oh, guys.
But you said no
I
movement.
think we put a
But
hot tub
you
over
notice
here,
no
Laszlo, and I
movement.
feel like
We don't need to put
Hey,
the hot. We can just bring it. What's up?
I just
D-
that was gross.
What's gross? I look in to see if I can see it in the manor.
Yeah, you having it pointed out to you, you all see that the top steps of the manor are basically painted red from the blood of the pool of blood that's flowing down them, and that there is a pile of bodies right inside the open doors of the manor.
I think we need to burn this.
that
we
vampires.
we
like,
need our
bite-
thing from it.
It
This is
won't
where we
hurt.
left it, right?
Yeah, but is it possible that we can get in, grab it, and get out and set the whole shit on fire without being seen? Or do we just say to hell with that one?
Okay,
and-
well,
If I can-
I'm not going to stand here any further and just debate about what to do. I'm going to see if there are any survivors. And Thalia
Yeah.
and the rest
I'm
of their
gonna
people
follow her.
start to head to the manor.
I've
Don't get
been waiting a
eaten.
long time to kill some vampires, and I'm not just gonna run away from
Yeah.
vampires. And I'm just gonna walk house.
I cock my pistol and I just go. All right.
As those of you who are entering the manor enter the manor, the light from outside peers into the double doors, and you're able to see what's going on. There are some. Someone I think needs to mute. There are some. Some recognizable faces, but just because you guys did spend some time in this village, so you definitely do recognize some of these people as members of the village. As you see, I mean, just torn bodies, flesh is in various places. None of them seem to have the two pinpricks anywhere on their body. Yes, they seem to just have been clawed and torn.
Yes.
And at the top of the mound, you see a familiar face, Avra and Rev, as the man from the general store stands with slashes down his face, and in his lap is a golden circle, unglowing and broken in half. And at the bottom of the row of bodies, you see movement as a body kind of rolls, having just been right on the edge of teetering with its weight, and then it rolls to the side, and as it rolls, you see a gold brick with 4 gems roll out from the person who is holding it and slide on the ground in front of you.
I mage hand.
Immediately
and
pick it up.
grab it.
It's no problem. You
And
look
bring
at
it to me.
you
I
look
just
at the
hold it.
body holding
It's
the gold bricks, and you notice the young body of Willem standing there, having come to warn you of what had happened, only just having arrived at the wrong time. And that is where we will take a little break. Take a little
I'll
bio
let your
break.
boyfriend know.
We'll take a little bio break there. and go ahead and get some water, get some food in you, get some stretching done, and
Welcome to the Lake Peak 7, my guy.
and we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Bye. Hello, we are back. Welcome back to Charmed Persons. Hope you enjoyed your break. We are just going to jump right back into this sadness as you are all looking at the dead and bloodied body of Willem as he unfolds, revealing that he did save your brick as his last dying action. And the rest of the bodies are there as well. I need everyone to do a perception check.
Does it look like Willem's been dead a minute?
Oh
Does it
yeah.
look like he's
Oh
been
yeah.
dead? Okay. All right.
Does he look like he's been dead a minute?
Fucking 11.
17.
I rolled a 1. I'm running up to Willem and cradling him.
Oh.
15.
Well, I got a
Got it.
nat 20.
Oh,
9.
27.
Cool. Ava and Rev. You hear banging coming from behind the manor outside.
I'll tell everybody.
There's
that.
banging outside the manor.
There's
I
banging
think
outside
on
the
other
manor.
Side, on the other side of
on the
the
other
house.
on the other side of that jinx.
Neither of you can talk for the rest
Ava
of the
just
session.
cast silence on me.
I'm gonna cautiously. Actually, first, I would like to go up to Willem and cast Gentle Repose if I can.
Easily enough.
And then I think we should sneakily start making our way to the back where we heard the sound.
Atticus, can you revive him, please?
As much as I would love to, I think that's beyond my capability. I can only do it if it's been a minute. I'm so sorry, Laszlo.
Laszlo's like on the ground next to him, like kind of cuddling him a little bit, like holding him in his arms.
Yeah.
We will make sure he gets a proper burial, but for right now, we need to move.
And I just made sure that he can't be turned into one of them. So let's go
You have
kill them.
my word.
All right, thank you.
We set these bodies on fire.
As you approach,
We got to check out the banging.
as you approach the back of the house, you hear the banging consistently continue, but it's not consistent. It consistently continues, and it sounds even louder, and it sounds like it's coming from outside and down.
There's something in the basement.
Probably buried themselves underground in their coffins. I don't know a lot about vampires.
Does it sound panicked? Like, is there a way that I could?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a whole
Can
deal
I-
of Spollen exercise.
I mean, I'll rush towards it. I'll
Does
go
it-
towards it.
Sorry.
If you just open up the back door, you open up the back door and look to the left. There are 2 cellar doors that are being pushed open from the inside over and over again, and you hear like,
I think that's not a coffin.
Are they locked?
they are locked. Yeah.
Then I will take, if there's like a chain or something, I'll try to just like, cut the chain.
I'll ready a pistol at it. Just in case.
You break the chain. The doors immediately open to the visage of one of the villagers just growling and reaching towards you. But it being the day, as soon as he steps a couple inches out, not really knowing his full vampiric capabilities, he immediately starts to burn and crumble as he becomes he was already really hurt, and he takes the immediate 20 radiant damage from getting into the sunlight, and he just starts to burn and fade and turn to ash in front of you until there's just a small pile of ash with a small piece of paper sticking out. Atticus picks up the piece of paper.
Atticus, can you slow down, please? Also, I mean, read the paper, but
If somebody was trapped on there, you got to get to him as fast as possible.
And Atticus finds this letter.
Okay.
It says for the
I have
viewers
not
at home.
heard from our furry friend in too long. I am afraid the fiend has gone off plan. Kill anyone who's seen your faces, and then travel north to follow you in. I will not have my coven waiting to fall prey to the seven. So that's kind of cool. If Utok has made himself known, we are exposed. So return to the city and return to the shadows. Destiny awaits from the shadowed one.
Oh, he's got a cool nickname now. I mean, I assume that's Demetrius.
That could also be Rikavar or
some
Shar,
other.
if we're being honest.
I will
other-
say,
it could just be any-
you notice that the
any
handwriting
member of the
is
coven.
similar.
To
It seems to be that Demetrius respected Utok, and so used his formal name, whereas when he speaks to the coven, he calls them foundlings and calls himself the Shadowed One.
Or maybe I'm talking out of my ass. It looks like it.
I'm gonna have Gidget run down into the cellar and do a once around so that I can see what's going on down there.
You find
I'll stand guard at the top.
a body quivering and shaking in a corner.
I'm gonna have Gidget go just a little bit closer to see if I can see any, like, who it is or anything.
You see a like 60-year-old woman, curled up, huge gash across her face. She's hiding behind a table that's been overturned. Seems like she was stuck with this creature and hiding in the cellar this entire time.
What do you see?
I'll break my connection with Gidget and tell everyone. I think there's somebody still down there.
So a vampire still down there? Atticus, wait.
No.
I'm gone.
Not a vampire. I'll go with
I'm already
Atticus.
gone.
Damn
Atticus,
it, I follow
I'm following Atticus. I'm
Atticus
with
pulls
him.
an Elburn and runs ahead of everybody. And
See, you're the mean one.
you get there. How long does Divine Sense last? It's just a pulse. It's just a pulse.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you immediately go to where Ava pointed it out, and you hear a and you turn and you see a woman hiding behind the table, immediately starting to try to scooter away from you.
It's okay.
Scooter?
It's okay. Stop scootering. Stop scootering. It's okay. All right.
Please don't hurt me. Please, I'm so sorry. Please.
Is it okay?
I'm not gonna hurt you. We were here a couple days ago. Lake Peak 7. I'm Atticus Farcona.
She kind of looks. All right. Are they still here?
The one that was in here with you is a pile of ash now.
Thank the gods. Oh.
Please stand up. Come here.
And she stands up and stumbles, but you catch her. And
I'll give her 5 points of lay on hands.
yeah, for someone like her, that's quite a bit. And she immediately finds strength within herself again. Thank you, son.
Can I?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Can I look? Can I see her neck from here?
Make a perception check.
God, probably not. Fucking 13.
13. You do notice the huge gash down her face. But from here, you don't see anything on her neck. No.
If she has any diseases, I can cure multiple diseases with one lay on hand, or neutralize multiple poisons. So if she's poisoned or diseased, I can rid her of that as well.
From what you can tell, she does not seem to be.
Because vampirism a disease.
I don't know.
It seems like getting to follow you in as quickly as possible is the best choice.
What happened? What's your name?
In Emily's or in Ava's head, I say we shouldn't be talking about our plans out loud.
You're right.
I'm Gilda. Gilda, yes.
What happened here? Can you tell us the events?
A group of people came into town and they seemed out of place and didn't cause too much trouble, though stayed relatively silent, and then one night they, led by their leader, they just started attacking everyone. Every last one of us. was horrible.
How many were there?
At least half a dozen.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like
How
to
did
do
you
the
survive?
same.
Hold on just a second.
That's gonna be a 19.
19.
And a 15.
She seems terrified and utterly truthful.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you and she says, I'm a servant here at the manor house. We have a little bit more fortifications than the others, so we had a bit of time to prepare. The rest of them just tried barricading the house, and I knew that wasn't going to be good enough, so I found my way down here to the basement. I got this, and she points to the gash on her cheek. I got this by myself, simply trying to hide.
You said there was a leader? What did that leader look like? Do you remember?
He was taller, with short red hair and somewhat of a beard. He was wearing the clothes of a reverend. It was terrifying.
I look over at Rev real quick, and I don't have the mind connections, so I go, Dad?
My dad.
Did we
Has she
do
seen me?
anything?
Rev, you listen
Yeah.
to this, and you're questioned by Elburn, and a simple question comes to your mind.
Yeah.
What did you do with your father's body?
Oh, big yikes.
And then the answer comes to your brain. You left it there.
I'm so upset.
So I'm just, for the record, I'm just looking at you dead in the face like, so that's not good.
Are they
Well-
still here? Or do you know of anybody else that survived?
Not that I know of. They honestly, all I've heard for the past several hours is that beast clawing at those doors.
I want to say real quick, because it's happening to Rev, but it's also happening. My eye is twitching uncontrollably right now.
This is the one time that Elburn's intelligence actually came into focus. He was like, oh, wait, man, that's your dad.
Too dead, man. Well, I'll say in the brain trust, I think we need to get moving as quickly as possible and burn these bodies.
Where are we going to Faluan?
Yeah.
Are we
We're taking her with us.
Are we asking her any more questions? We're just standing here silently. What's up?
Please do take me with you, please. Please don't
Of course,
leave me alone.
We'll make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't have any more questions after that big old whoops on our part.
Do you know of any other places, like good hiding spots that other members of the manor maybe could be at, or is there?
Good question.
Sorry, you're asking me that? Yep, I understand.
Yes.
I had a moment of disassociation, but I'm back.
I am Zach.
Yeah, I'm Zach, Dungeon Master, Charmed Persons. Okay, here we go. She looks at you and she says, we're a town of small, prideful people. I was a coward. The rest of them did everything they could to fight back. I'd highly doubt anybody else would be hiding. And she kind of starts to cry, smallly.
I look at everybody and I go, then I'm gonna start. Does anybody want to help with that?
You hear above you footsteps and shuffling as the wild are already starting to take care of the bodies.
I go upstairs anyway, just kind of like.
Of course, yeah, of course, yeah.
Rev's
I'll stay with
dad.
Gilbert.
The whole
Yeah.
thing was like shit.
Yeah,
And I go upstairs.
do you, they probably will ask some questions. So do you give them any information about what's going on, or?
The first thing I do is go up to the top of the pile. How tall is the pile?
It's like 10 feet tall.
The first thing I do is I walk up to one of them and just say, if you can I know this is bizarre, but if you can, is Laszlo still up there?
Yeah, I would assume Laszlo never left Willem's
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
Okay, then I don't bother him. I assume that he's with Willem, and they know not to take Willem.
Yeah.
But I go around to the where the angel was.
Yeah.
Seeing the broken pieces, I can put two and two together.
Yeah.
And I try to take both halves of the pieces.
As you pick them up, they fade into a fine dust.
Gotta get that dust, man.
As you're up there looking around and as you're doing that, you see that they're slowly starting to take away bodies, and you see that Thalia, in particular, is as each body is passing, she's like rolling up one sleeve, rolling up the other sleeve, rolling down the neck, checking for bite wounds on each body as they pass.
I go up to Laszlo and I say, "Hey, buddy, do you mind if I help you with that, with Willem?"
Yeah, sure. Whatever you think is best.
Yeah, and I very gently like check the arms, wrists, or the wrists, arms, wherever there could be.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah, you don't see any bite marks on any of these bodies. It definitely, especially with Demetrius's note, it seems that this was just a pure slaughter.
Was Willem a religious man, Laszlo?
I don't want to speak for him. I don't know for sure, but not that I saw.
You want we can carry him out, and then I'm gonna help the wild here start taking bodies. I also tell Thalia about the note that Atticus read and say that they're probably all just fucking dead.
She nods and says, "I'll still check," and then she kind of looks towards the back door, and then looks to you, and she says, "We're with you. We should go."
Do we want to just burn the manor down, Thalia?
I don't necessarily know the meaning behind burning the manor, but we are going to burn the bodies.
I mean, just kindling. We can get rid of the.
Oh,
manor.
you mean just instead of taking them to some other place? She kind of looks around.
It's a nice man.
And then she genuinely looks back at you and she's like, "I suppose I just kind of have a heart for architecture, but if the rest of the group thinks that that's what would be best, then we can do that."
I don't know. What do you? Who's up here with me besides Atticus?
Just
And
Laszlo.
I mean, I assumed we all went upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, everybody.
Oh,
I just wasn't gonna stay in the cellar with Gilda. Just
Yeah.
sit down there.
I don't know why you'd stay down there either. There's nothing else down there.
I think with this many of us, there's no reason why we can't take them right outside of the manor and not have to burn down this house and
They can
get
still
going
use this
really
town,
quickly.
I mean,
Yeah.
who would want to after? It's fine.
You'd be surprised.
It's fine.
Can I send Gustav to like the other house just to see if he hears any other
For sure.
banging or anything else?
Yeah,
Just
he starts doing that.
investigate.
So yeah, the rest of you with the wild start taking out bodies, piling them up respectfully outside of the house, and Kelfie and Ray, if they so choose, adorning some of the bodies with various flowers and beautiful vines with druid craft, trying to give them as much of a respectful burial as you can. Small.
I want to be asking Gilda like about the people in the town, like if she has any good stories, try to help her bring up happy memories of people.
Yeah, that definitely helps pass the time, and you and her walk to and from the various houses, gathering blankets that can be used to cover the bodies to just give them some respect as everything's being prepared, and to and from those little treks, she informs you about how everyone was, and the general consensus is just that it was a small town with wholesome people who worked hard for a living, and respected nature, and that simply, in her own words, simply giving them the time of day is as much respect as they would ever request. So the fact that you're just not leaving them in a pile is enough to fulfill them spiritually, she would say, in her words. Because she obviously can't speak for everybody. And so that's easily done and taken care of, and a small ritual is had. Everybody kind of looks to Willem, or looks to Laszlo and Elburn, to kind of place Willem as the last piece of this ritual.
You want to help me carry him, buddy?
Yeah, I don't know about human burial customs, so I assume this is fine. I don't really want to eat him. I'm not in the mood.
We're not gonna. And I just lean a little bit closer and like take a little bit more hold of Willem, and just like start to like move.
I'm holding, but like limply, and I move with you.
You all put him with the rest, and a few words are said from various deities. You each pay your own tribute to the fallen. Nothing is given as an obstacle, or nothing stops you. So is there anything specific that any of you want to do? If not, that's totally fine.
I just want to.
Go ahead.
I just a quick note. I would have used a wild shape to help carry the bodies, and me being me would not have been useful. So I would just be like a bear or something to be able to kind of still like gently carry a couple of them and like help and stuff like that. And then would have druid craft kind of around each, or as many as I could get, just some flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
I go to Laszlo after a moment of like the bodies like being in flame and all that stuff. I look to Laszlo and I go, well, you want to help me make one of these guns a vampire killer?
Yeah, I'll help you, no problem. I got you.
And I just grab the unenchanted one and I just hand it to him.
There's a little bit of light return to his eyes. He's got a project to do.
Yeah.
And then Laszlo says quietly in Draconic, hey, Willem, you were the only one who believed in me. I won't forget you, buddy. All right, Elburn, I'm gonna make you a badass gun.
Cool.
Anything, Atticus? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Elburn.
No, I was just saying, in order to do that, I do give him the knowledge from like, granted, hundreds of years ago about the one vampire that I killed way long ago.
Yeah.
Being like, this is what I know about them. And this is why I carry stakes and a mirror and holy water. And that's it.
I wanted to cast like kind of from Willem's body, like where it would be plant growth, and all the plants within 100 feet just become overgrown and huge and bloom and everything.
No, it's a display of beauty, especially for not only for everyone, but especially for you, Kelpie, and you, Ray, as a rare kind of natural magic moment is shared between the three of you. And as the ceremony is brought to a close, the distant hum of Kumbaya in the air, and the bodies begin to slope down from their peak of flames and height, and Thalia looks to the rest of you, and she says, I don't mean to rush you, but if my city is in danger, we must return.
Absolutely.
So, the Lake Peak 7 and the Wild, accompanying Gilda, start to ride north from Eldergrade. The journey is going to take a few days. So, is there anything in particular of important note that anybody wants to do over this amount of time?
I'm gonna try to cast for the first time from my expanded spell list, because my thoughts have been on him since hearing it.
Of course.
Sending.
Okay.
to my dad.
Okay.
Dad, I'm sorry that he got to you. I'm sorry we couldn't talk before. I will find a cure, or I'll end this for you.
You hear a response back, confirming, actually for the first time to you, that your father is still on the mortal plane, or his soul is intact enough, should that he can respond. And he responds, and he says, "My son, do not apologize. Through the error of your ways, I found the error of mine. I was so wrong for so long. Join me in true power." That is his response. Yeah. Okay. All right. So as anything else done over the next couple days of travel?
I'm going to create with Elburn's second gun and get rid of my bag of holding infusion and make it a repeating shot
Okay.
transfusion. So I just like take my bag of holding, just dump it out into the ground. There's like 10 bombs in there.
So you basically just make your gun the same as his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, so I'm
or his gun
using
the same as yours?
I'm giving him the same infusion that's on his other gun. So
Oh,
both
okay.
of them are the same thing.
So you now just have both of them.
Awesome.
Make
Grab it.
make an intelligence check with your proficiency bonus, Matt.
Okay. Sure, no problem. 28.
28.
Good God.
It's good that you rolled a 28. This is a very high DC. In that second gun, given the knowledge that you gave him, and driven by a thirst for revenge, Laszlo also creates 12 pieces of ammo. These 12 pieces of ammo are metal balls reinforced with a hard wooden outer plating. These bullets will act as stakes to the heart. Well, I actually can't tell you that part. They will act as stakes to the heart.
I roll for the DM to continue telling me. Legitimately rolled a natural 20!
Oh man, it's an ability check though, and the DC was 49. I'm sorry. So unfortunately,
it's gonna be sad when you need that D20 later. Or
Yeah.
that natural
I
20
agree with
later.
that. You're right. Okay, so 12 bullets with a heavy wooden outer plating like a stake.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Elburn, I went a little above and beyond this time. I hope you don't mind.
I mean, that's fine. These are unique, man.
Also, your form with the gun is absolutely terrible. So if you need any pointers, I'm here.
I mean, I did just get yes.
You're new. It's fine. There's
yes,
no shame.
that would be great. Can you teach me some things?
Oh yeah, I could teach you.
Awesome, and I definitely practice those things.
Yes. I think we've already been rolling that you're proficient in these guns, haven't we?
Who?
Like you've been adding your proficiency bonus to attacks with the guns, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I haven't used them yet. I've pulled them out, but I've never actually.
You've not used a gun yet?
I practiced, I think, a little bit,
Gotcha.
but like
Pointed them at everybody.
You have pointed them at a lot of people.
It's more of a prop.
Um,
See, Elburn, the key to firing a gun is to have it be a cantrip instead of actual bullets.
I don't like that terminology. Cantrip is. I don't like
So yeah, you're able to become mechanics-wise, nothing changes, but you do help him become more proficient in his use of the revolvers. He can now do the little spin, catch, and shoot that you do.
Yeah, that's the only thing I teach you.
Yeah,
the first time I do it, you just see.
And you guys end up traveling the rest of the way to Foluin. Let me.
I would ask Avra to check in with my folks if at the end of like 2 days later, at the end of the day, if anything's up with them.
They respond and they tell you that they are in Eastborough, and they ask you if they should move.
I would say if they get the opportunity to stay on the move as much as possible.
They ask you where they should go.
I mean, I don't know how many replies I have.
I mean, it's over a few days, so yeah, we
Okay.
can say that this conversation. She has a lot of spell slots when you guys aren't fighting. So
right, yeah. Do we have a map? I don't see a map in our handouts.
Not in your handouts, no. But I can hold on. I can bring you to
No,
it.
it's in the
Boop.
Yeah.
I can bring you to it.
Oh boy.
I would also like to. I to the party ask if I should scry on Rev's dad or scry on Xavier.
Both?
I can only do one.
Well, you can do.
Okay, I
You
mean,
can.
we're
Yeah,
multiple
it's
days.
multiple days, so you can
Oh,
try
yeah.
both.
I will
So
try
they're right here in Eastborough.
Boy. I don't know. Well, you could do your scrying. I'm gonna look at the map for a second.
Okay. So who do you trip to Sky on the first day?
Scry on Rev's dad first.
Okay. You have seen Rev's dad. So he will
Body at least.
his body at least.
Yeah.
So he will make a wisdom saving throw, but he'll have a negative to this. Let me look up the rules of it again. Familiar, you know the target well firsthand. You've met the target likeness or picture. Okay, so he won't actually have any negative, but he won't have any additives either.
Cool.
Okay, so he rolls a 12. So, you are traveling during the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so you scry on Rev's dad, and your vision shifts and clouds and becomes pure black, and then begins to lighten up as some torchlight kind of comes into your vision, and you see Rev's father currently lying in a coffin. He is asleep, or at least he seems to be. And you see at least 2 coffins on either side of him, and you hear dripping of water.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's the vision for the full 10 minutes.
Great. And then I would also, in those days, use the next day to scry on Xavier.
Xavier does get a benefit against you, and
He sucks.
but you get a benefit against him. It kind of bounces out a little bit. And he gets a 15. What's your DC? I think that might fail. No, yours is 13, isn't it?
I think so. Hold on. Did I write it down the last time? I didn't write it down.
Okay. Well, then he succeeds.
Yeah. So I see 15 times zoom, so it's slightly zoomed out from his other
Yeah.
clothing.
So yeah, that's what you're able to get those 2 days.
I
On this
really
third day is the day that you're going to arrive to Foluin. Would you attempt to scry on Xavier again, or would you attempt to scry on somebody else?
I look at the group, and I let them know about what I saw, the dripping water and the 2 coffins and all that.
Yeah.
And I asked them, should I I mean, we kind of know where he is. Do you want me to try and like see if I can see more on him, or do you want me to try and scry on Xavier one more time?
I mean, we know that they're going to follow you in.
Do we want to see if Xavier's there too, or see if I can see anything from him, or do we want to try and? I mean,
See how
dripping
close
water
they
can
are.
be anywhere, really. Docks.
Maybe just save
sewers.
it.
We can.
Maybe try and scry on Demetrius. We don't know if he's on this plane or communicating from.
Yeah, I'll do that, and I try to scry on Demetrius.
Okay. Demetrius rolls a natural 17 plus whatever, so he succeeds.
Yep.
I go. He's taking a poop.
Can you see where?
No, it's pretty dark. I think he's doing it. I think he's doing it. I think he's
lying.
I wanted to have a sense of forward progress, Elliot.
Yeah, well, he doesn't poop. He doesn't eat anything. So
Does he not eat people?
He drinks them.
Do vampires poop?
No.
Really?
These
Yes.
are all clues.
They're people.
I've read
But they
this
don't
tome.
eat.
What was that, Ray?
Well, I've read a tome called Twilight,
Twilight.
and they can have
Toilet?
intercourse
Mm.
according to that book. So
Good
for
to
them.
know.
and impregnate.
If you
So
find any sexy vampires.
Was that in the fiction
Yeah.
section or
the what?
the fiction section or?
What is that?
Hmm.
Is there a difference?
Nope. Not that I know.
All
Thalia
the
says.
clues are
Thalia.
real.
Thalia.
Oh.
I just can't imagine that vampires don't poop. Where would the waste go?
Wait,
Everybody
what do they
poops.
waste?
I read that book. Everybody poops.
What is there to waste from a vampire?
What?
Blood that
Blood.
they ingest. I mean, you can't.
Most of
Or
what
the blood
Do
is
they
used-
actually eat it, or does it like suck into their teeth?
Most of what
It
people
becomes them.
poop is blood. So
Also, are they sucking?
Most? That's not
Most.
true, man.
How do you
If
know
it's
that they're
most-
sucking
Rev, are you
blood?
pooping blood?
You know.
Because that's the marks in their. I like again. It was like a few hundred years ago, but like I saw.
You know what you've never seen? Vampire poop.
So
But we
humans
do
see
poop
bat
a
poop.
lot of blood. I need
Okay,
to get these
okay.
I
facts
don't
down.
poop any blood. I don't think.
I lied. I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. I was feeling insecure because I couldn't see Xavier and I couldn't see.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm a little boy again. It's weird.
Don't use that on me. Because you have a backstory now, it doesn't mean. And I just like.
I think this is
I
a
ride
good lesson in honesty.
You're right.
I ride farther ahead.
As you all approach the city of Faluin,
I'm sorry. There's one thing I wanted to do while we travel.
okay, and Kelpie as well. So,
I'll be fast.
no, you go
no,
ahead.
don't be fast.
Don't
be
yeah,
you.
be you, yeah. Exactly.
I want to take some. I wake up one day and go, "Oh yeah, I have Pieldor's staff. I totally forgot." and
Fair enough.
I want to take a short rest to attune to it, but I also would like to. So I have my like staff that is like leather bound almost. I've like made it out of like book.
Yeah.
I want to sort of like make this staff more mine. So I want to like sort of like take some of the books that I have and use either the binding or some part of them to like just make this a little bit more mine.
Okay, yeah, totally. Easily enough. You attune to the scepter. Surprisingly, it is simply a +2 scepter. You do look very gaudy using it.
Yeah.
It is a flamboyant looking scepter. So it's definitely like a moment anytime you choose to use it. But
I think you pull it off, Ava. I think it looks really nice.
Thanks.
and then the book binding staff, of course, yeah, easily enough. You get a little help with Laszlo on that, as he has some deft hands and he's pretty good at making stuff. So, yeah. Kelpie?
There's one thing. I think once we're back in town, Kelly would want to talk to Avra about what she talked about, but she isn't yet. But what I'd like on like various evenings, maybe when she has a watch and no one does, she wants to look for she is going to search through Atticus's stuff first and
you're
see if
not.
there's a flask in there.
Oh, Jesus.
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Coffee, are you well?
mm. Nope, that's an 8.
So yeah, similar to Ray, you notice that if you keep going, you'll make noise and wake him up, but you can stop if you want to.
I would stop, because I don't want to wake him up.
Mm-hmm. You can try
But
again
I would.
if you want.
How many nights are we traveling?
It's taking a few days. 2 nights though.
Okay. I would just try like on another night to look through his stuff again.
You can try again on the same night if you want. It's just gonna be a higher DC, and a lower DC
No.
means you'll be discovered automatically.
No, she wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't try again. I'd just like I'd be like, nope. Okay.
Roll
She gets
sleight
like
of-
weird about it too. Of like,
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
no, bad idea? Okay, I'm done.
All right, roll a sleight of hand for the second night.
That one, dang it. I think it was a 14. I like went to
I
grab
believe-
it and then I hit it and I didn't.
believe you. It's okay. So a 14 total, or you rolled a 14?
It's a 14 total because I don't have a lot of bonus for that.
Okay. What is your passive perception?
14.
Oh my god.
Which means
It meets, it beats.
it
right?
meets, it beats. But
Or no, is it not AC?
But would that be me beating or him beating?
yeah, she is
Well, you
doing the
initiated her.
thing, which means she is the DC that you have to beat because she's initiating the thing. So her roll is her DC, and your passive perception beats that DC. So you, right? Does that logic make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
She's initiating the thing, so she's the person. Like, if you're casting the spell,
Wouldn't it-
it's your spell DC that the person has to go against.
But
if it's an attack,
right. 'cause
But if it's an
wouldn't it
attack,
be
you're
his
rolling to hit their
perception?
AC. But
Roll off.
but you're not trying to hit him. You're right there. You can touch him. You're trying to see if an ability of yours affects him, which I think is more of a spell save type situation. Because
Sure.
it's how
You have the alert feats. Never mind, it's while I'm conscious, so there's only a 4. Never mind.
Yeah, I would only do it while you're sleeping.
Yeah. I'm gonna make I'm gonna DM rule that something like this, you're setting up the ability and seeing what he can do against that ability.
Okay.
So his passive perception beats it, so you notice her going through your bags.
Hey, Kelsey.
Actually, you notice. No, I'm not changing my ruling, but you know Kelpie enough to like not really suspect her of anything dastardly. So you just notice her right beside you and right beside
For
your
sure.
stuff. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Is something happening? I'll like go to grab my weapon.
No. Sorry, I am out of spices, and I wanted to see if you had any extra. The dinners have been bland on these travels, and I didn't want to wake you, but it was just like on my mind right then. That's all.
Well, I want to do an insight check.
All right.
Sure.
Will you roll a deception check?
Oh God. Where is my deception? Okay.
All right.
Oh,
19.
9.
She is lying to you.
Kelsey, what are you doing?
Looking
to
for
sleep.
spices.
I know you're not looking for spices.
I'll look later. It's fine, and I'll start. To
Do you
walk
want
away.
something? I will give you
No,
whatever
no,
you want.
no.
I'm here for you, Kelsey. What do you need?
I don't need anything.
She's like saying that as she's like pulling them. Like, I don't want anything. I don't need anything.
Kelsey. It doesn't have to be a thing.
Shut up! Stop talking!
What do
Stop
you-
talking.
You both are on mine, and you're on like the exact opposites, and you're both wearing black, and you did this together. It was, like, in sync. That was insane.
Kelpie, I'll go ahead and say there's a moment where Atticus goes to the bathroom. You can try one more time. Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Using a different dice that rolled like 3 6s in a row.
Because it's 3
Uh-oh.
days, so you would have opportunities to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. There's not even
Gustav
gonna
is,
be
like,
a flask
over
in his
there, though.
bag.
That's true.
Um,
Gustav is over there.
That one's a 16.
16. You can
Okay.
check his bag without Gustav noticing.
Okay, do I notice a flask
I
or
don't
butt
have
water?
a flask. No, I mean I have like I don't have any more butt water, but I definitely have like some type of alcohol for sure.
That's mainly what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you
Rubbing
can grab a
alcohol.
little bottle of booze. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got yeah. I mean, I don't think you have any bottles of butt water left, but maybe just like bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he has just like a bottle of whiskey, like a half-filled bottle of whiskey.
Okay,
Just generic.
I'll like have brought with me
It's 75 south.
some
Like a
some
bottle
like
of Southern Comfort.
things like vials or something from
Yeah.
my like herbalism kit or something, so I won't
Yeah.
take like a lot, but like I'll definitely like take like a couple shots worth and then just like pocket it and like run away.
Easily enough.
But you have to replace
Yeah.
the rest with water. If you're gonna steal booze, that's what you gotta make sure.
Coffee doesn't know that.
Kelly did not
She's just
know
gonna
that.
steal it and hope
Mark
you
the
don't notice.
bottle.
Also,
Right.
also, Atticus does not remember how much he's drank. I mean, if there's a lot missing, then yeah, you'll notice
Mhm.
that. But a few
I
shots
wouldn't notice
worth,
it.
you're not gonna
Yeah.
notice that. Okay, is there anything else that you would like to do, Kelsey, other than continue your habit?
Now we have a
okay,
teenager with alcohol.
all right. So as the rest of you end or get towards the middle of this third day, the city of Faluin finally comes into view. Da, 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 da.
Has a flag flying that says "Vampires only,"
Yeah, right.
but in Comic Sans.
Here.
Well, we tried. Everyone, let's head back.
Let's all go home to our separate
As you
homes.
approach Faluin, Elburn, you've seen this before. I don't think anybody else has been to Faluin.
Pharaoh, but
Pharaoh. Okay. So
I've been through it.
okay, so you've seen this
according
before.
to
Yeah,
I've gone. Yeah, I haven't like stayed and lingered.
yeah,
but-
you've seen it. It is a beautiful sight. So you see a large city with 15-foot tall marble stone walls that surround the lower part of the city. There are some buildings that you can see peeking out from over the walls. And you can see various ballista on some of the walls. You see there are two main gates, one in the direction that you're going at the south, and then one at the north. Each of those gates have two tall towers on either side of them. But the main thing that you notice about the city of Faluin are the four very large marble stone structures that start at the city is a circle, right? And at each of the cardinal directions of the walls of this circled city are these large stone and marble pillars that rise to the sky and curve in an arc towards the center over the city, kind of creating crisscrossing handles on the basket that is the city, if that makes sense. On top of this crisscross is a large stone marble platform embedded with glowing yellow gems underneath. And on top of this platform lies the upper tier of the city, as you see the large castle of King Moraine, and you see the large campus of the Giltris Institute of Magics, and you see very upper class residential buildings, all making up this radius that is probably about a third total surface area of what the lower tier of the city is. And underneath those arcs, you see dangling cables and these iron cars that are taking people from the lower part of the structures to the higher part of the upper tier of the city. And you also see a very long structure from the very center. Seems to be just like a long tube that heads up to the middle. seemingly maybe another way to get up to the upper tier of the city. And that is the city of Faluan. As you continue to get closer, it's a very Stagham is kind of representative of the new industrial side of Erubrion, and Faluan is definitely an homage to the ancient cities of Erubrion and is highly run by magical processes, and is rampant with magical systems, as opposed to the industrial Stagham, and is also probably the city in Erubrion that has the most homogenetic makeup. Most of the people are elven. There are definitely other races, but the vast majority of the population is elven. And that is the city of Faluan. As you approach, Thalia kind of looks to the rest of you and sighs as the city comes into sight across the plains in front of you. So, what is your goal when we reach the city?
What do you think would be the best course of action? Where do you think would be the best places for us to look?
I don't know if I should be the one to decide that. I can get you almost anywhere in the city, including an audience with King Moraine. So you tell me where you would like to go, and I'll take you. I obviously would like to visit my parents, and also I'll have to deal with reporting of... She kind of like struggles to talk about how she has to report the loss of her people, and she says, but other than that, I will help you in any way that you deem necessary, but as far as what to do next, that feels a bit above my pay grade, I guess you could say.
Can I make a perception check to see if anyone's watching us?
Sure. Yeah, make a perception check.
I don't see shit about fuck with a 7.
Yeah, no. You guys are on it's a pretty wide open road, and you're currently cresting a hill, and then there's a valley of just plains in front of you that then reaches the city. So you feel fairly confident that there's no one else around other than you guys in the wild.
An audience with the king feels like maybe the most productive option.
We also need to go to the Library of Ancients.
Yeah.
Well,
Rev, you know the most about that book.
that I can't grant you, but the king could give you a writ to give you access to the Library of Ancients.
Rev, do we need to destroy the book, or what do we? What's
I think getting our hands on the book will be the best place to start to see if there's evidence of this book even existing. I'm sure if it was there and it was accessible, that Demetrius would have
do we
gotten
destroy
somebody.
it, or what's kind of your goal with this book?
I need to know what's in there. I mean, I don't know if Demetrius was telling the truth or not, but he told us that he was trying to reverse his vampirism. If that's possible, we might be able to save my dad.
What was his goal?
Elliot kind of lowers his head. Well, it's not like he was trying to get rid of his vampirism exactly. He was trying to rid himself of the connection that his vampirism granted him. You see, Demetrius he didn't become a vampire of normal sorts. He's kind of gifted the power, and Rikavar then had dominion over his soul. And apparently this wizard guy, the guy in the gray sky, he knew of a spell that could clear a soul of any bonds that it had to it.
Who's the guy in the gray sky?
Ohamar?
Yeah.
What was that name?
Ohamar? Ojamar.
Have we talked about... Evan is asking. Have we talked about Ohamar before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
He's the wizard that the book was called. Was it just Tales of Omaha or?
I don't remember if there was a title.
Yeah, but it was basically his bibliography.
The Book of Ohamar, a biography of.
Yeah, biography.
Yeah.
I mean, not bibliography.
Demetrius told me he was.
That's what all of his sources.
Yeah.
That's what
Demetrius told me that he was trying to help out his friend. Now he could be lying to anybody. That's what he told me. He was trying to set his friend free or help him out.
I think he was.
Something along
I think
those
I'm asking for a friend.
Or he could be
Kinda
trying to
telling
maybe
himself.
bring back Ohmar.
Elliot kind of like shakes his head. What's confusing me is that if he's under control of Rikavar, why does Rikavar still want him to find the book? And then he kind of looks to Avra. And he says, Avra, is there a way to reverse the effect of certain spells?
Theoretically, yes, depending on the spell.
So Rikavar might not be searching for a way to unbond a soul. Rikavar could use that book and that spell to make souls bonded to him.
Not good.
I'm gonna
That sounds
turn to Dahlia and say, I think if the king is the only person who can get us into the library, then
The
an
only one who
audience
can get
with
you into
king
the
needs to
library.
be our first step.
He's the only one that can get you into the library quickly.
Okay. Well then,
We also have to
I
know
think-
that if the other people that were in the village came to Faluan, that they'll be keeping an eye on the library, which that might be a way to draw them out. Us getting close to it.
Yeah.
Send one of us in that they know, spring a trap for him. It's only 6. It's at least 6. And there were 2 coffins by your dad.
Yeah.
I think
So-
I'm gonna head back to my hole.
Oh no, Laszlo, that's not an option, my friend.
You're in it now, buddy.
Do I?
Don't
I
you
don't.
want to get revenge?
I shouldn't be with you guys. Like you guys are like superheroes, and I'm just a stupid kobold.
Are you kidding me?
I
You
grabbed
killed
him by
me in
the,
one shot.
Ray?
And I
You're
grabbed him by
terrifying.
the scruff, kind of like I did. I think I did this before. It feels familiar.
Yeah.
And I look at him and I say, "You're staying with us, or I'm going back to that hole with you."
Honestly, it would be kind of nice if you came back with me, just to have company.
I like letting him go
Nobody's
a little bit.
leaving.
I mean, you can leave, but I don't think you should.
I don't know if you can, honestly.
Well, how about Laszlo? If this goes poorly, we'll go back to the hole. Just give it one more try.
By the way, unless someone tells me differently, I just want to say that this conversation is all happening as you are continuing to approach this.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm carrying him.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of torn up about Willem because he kind of sacrificed his whole life to be with me. So he had faith in my abilities that I didn't have. And what
Well,
is
from what I've heard from you yourself and from these other people, Thalia says, it sounds like he's not the only one that had faith in you. Seems like my brother chose you. And speaking as my brother's older sister, don't fuck that up, Laszlo.
Pressure, man.
Ma'am,
Don't fuck it up, Laszlo.
you are very intimidating. Yes, ma'am.
And she is.
All right. You know what? I did make that pretty cool gun, and I don't want to have Willem's death to be in vain. I'll come with
I
you
know
guys.
you want to see this happen.
Yeah, I want to see you use it now that you can do the cool trick.
I do the cool trick with a normal.
You also made me like I was still pretty strong, but you made me like even stronger, so that's impressive.
Yeah, I did. All right. Well, I'm just afraid I'm gonna die. I think that's what my main fear
I mean,
is.
yeah,
Valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
we're all afraid, I think.
All right. You know what? Let's go kick some vampire tail.
Yeah.
That's the attitude.
I take down my hood.
No.
I pull the hood right now.
So Thalia looks at you and she says, "So where would you like to go first once we approach the city?"
Like just straight to the library.
The king.
We should go shopping at one point.
Well, if
The king probably.
I would like to go shopping.
we can't quickly get into the library without going to the king, right?
Right,
So we
for
have,
sure.
We
to
have
go
to
to
appeal
Yeah.
to him.
Are they in the library? If they couldn't, because if they
That'd
you
be
gotta
great.
get into the library, just being at the library might draw them out.
The note-
None
the
of you
note-
know anyone who works at the library?
We know one
No.
person.
Drigo.
He used to.
Oh.
He's
Oh yeah.
not
I
here
don't-
though.
He used to. We could.
But I
we
feel like
could
the
ask-
king could
we
get
could
us a
ask
better
him,
in than
yeah.
a former
Yeah.
employee.
Well,
I
again,
don't
we
know.
don't
Well,
necessarily have to.
Drigo might be able to
Ah.
give us some inside information about.
Yeah.
Drigo
We
also
should check into it.
does very much have a way of getting to you very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Because even though this hasn't
There's a-
technically been revealed yet, where else would that brick have gone in Stackham?
Hold on, let me text.
Well,
Drigo
also
real
the
quick.
teleportation circle. He was the
Fucking
one who was
hits
able to
Drigo in the
teleport us in the
head.
first place.
But he also,
Yeah.
but he doesn't have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
To cast
Did he
it.
not?
He
He,
assisted.
he
Amy.
had the spell, physically had the
Oh.
spell, but he couldn't cast it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I call Drigo collect.
So we go to
So-
the king. Yes.
Yeah.
Go to the king.
Because
Is it?
Talia can get us in, right?
Yeah. I feel I should speak with my parents about Pharaoh.
Yeah, I
I'll-
mean, if you wanted to get us into the meeting and then go do what you need to do, we could always meet after.
Right. Yes.
Well,
Should we go get some nicer
no.
clothes to meet the king? I don't know how. I've never been a king before.
What? This is nice. And I
Time
look
is of
down.
the essence.
How about Rakshasa clothes? We can.
You can if you want to, but also, our wizards will definitely make sure you don't look like that before you see the king.
Wait, what are they gonna do? They better not do anything fucking weird.
They'll
Come
just-
on, Albert,
They'll
let's go.
they'll clean you up. Have you never seen Ava use prestidigitation?
Is that what that does?
It's like dry cleaning.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Clean
Is
you
that
up
why
like
your
that.
hair looks so nice? That's why everything's all perfectly.
That's why she's the
1,000
only one of
years.
us who doesn't smell like shit.
Right? Smell.
It's been like hundreds of years since I've used that spell. I forgot what it did. Sorry.
Does
That's
the king
fair.
tolerate kobolds? Am I gonna be like immediately arrested or something?
You are with Captain of the Wild in the Lake Peak 7. You are rightfully in your spot.
And if he doesn't,
We'll just kill him.
Well,
whoa. Come
King
on.
Moraine
Doesn't
is
Kill me.
Burn.
King Moraine is
Alright.
definitely known to respect those of his kind before others, but he is not known to be tyrannical towards other races.
Who's
species.
his kind?
Elves.
elves.
Oh.
Mm.
He's a bit
Alright.
speciesist.
Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, that's not good.
Eldern,
Oh,
don't tell him
what?
that you're only half.
Yeah, there's a reason
Is
why
it?
those orcs.
Yes. It seemed,
Hated
yeah. King, the kingdom
Those
of
works
Faluin,
fine.
the kingdom of Faluin is not the same sect of elves that tried to enslave the orcs, but they are descendant from that sect. And whereas most all of Erubrion is pretty diversified, Faluin is one of the last places where the elves have had some pushback on that.
So we're in Knightstown, is what you're saying.
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Shout out to
Laszlo,
Knightstown.
anybody who's got a problem with you has got a problem with me. All right.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're
I'm
in,
gonna-
yeah, you're about to walk into, I don't know, Carmel, Indiana.
Oops.
Ugh, I want to get
Shout
out
out
of
to
here.
know
our
who you
Carmel
are.
viewers. Shout out to our Carmel viewers.
Dude, honestly, I mean, yeah, the odds are higher than any of our.
Yeah, yeah, true. If you're from Carmel and you're watching this, you agree with me. So yeah, is there anything else that anybody wants to do or discuss as you're heading into the city?
I just want to generally watch to see if we're being watched throughout the
Yeah,
whole
just kind of
thing.
keep an eye out. Totally.
Yeah.
What are we gonna tell the king? What's the plan?
Good conversation to have.
I'm gonna volunteer to not speak.
Like that.
Talia
I
doesn't
think-
say anything, but she nods her head emphatically.
For
I think
a
we
brief
should
moment,
be-
I just get sad.
I think we should be mostly honest and say we think there's a very time sensitive threat. That maybe we even just say what we found, the letters.
You
and
do
then that
have
we
physical
think-
evidence. Yeah.
Yeah. And
What
that
if
we
the
think-
king is involved in some way? I'm just gonna throw that out there. I know we've been
It
tricked.
has
a lot.
seemed like every single person is against you.
And I'm usually as honest as they come. But like,
Well, you are the mean one.
Well, I think maybe we, while we talk
Then
to
we'll
him, we
have-
spend
we'll
that
have
time
an-
feeling him out.
We'll have another name to add to the list.
We should probably also mention, because the dragons are the primary concern of these cities. It's going to be, we have to make sure that they are clear that the dragons are dead, so that this is
Well,
the most
And
pressing.
I'll
'cause
make
we
sure
need-
that
we
it's
need there
clear
to be
that you
present,
were the ones
a
that did
present
so.
threat to like encourage them to like help us, I think. And so we do need to make sure that they know about the shadow dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, but I mean, I don't want that to, in this moment, overshadow.
No, we
immediate threat.
overshadow.
I do this. I did it to myself.
I'll let you guys go to the king. I just need to take some time for myself.
Of course.
You don't want to go meet the king, Laszlo?
No,
Have you ever
it's
met a
okay.
king before?
Well,
No.
You know what?
Laszlo,
I'll go with you. I don't think any one of us should be alone, since we're known as the Seven.
The trouble that the both of you can get into is
Dane's actually speaks up at this moment, and he says, if either of you would want to meet our parents, you can come with me, or you can do whatever you want in the city.
I will definitely meet your parents. They seem lovely.
I'll
I've
go.
never met your parents before.
Laszlo, I'll go with you.
All right.
Oh man.
Thalia will join us after we're done. I'm sure my parents would love to have you for dinner, and anybody else who can join afterwards.
I think we'd all like that.
Where
sounds
do
great.
they live, like, specifically? I'll just meet you there.
They live in the lower tier of the city. They live kind of close to the center where the upward shaft is.
All right, I blast off into the sky.
Okay.
I yell after Laszlo and I go, dude, wait!
Oh, sorry. Get on my back.
We're gonna walk, buddy.
All right.
Can I real quick?
Do you stay, Laszlo?
I stay. I'm yeah. I'm
Just-
hovering.
You
I'm
stupid.
hovering like 3 feet up.
I ask, what the fuck? Thalia and Dane.
Yeah.
Just like, if I can, innocuous questions about what their parents look like.
Roll a general. Let's say deception check. Roll a deception check.
Deception.
Because he's deceiving the fact that because I know what he's doing. He's deceiving why he's asking me the questions.
18.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and attempt.
Yeah. Go ahead and.
Which one?
They're both alive, right?
As far as you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and scry on Mama Ganondale.
Okay, with a natural one. You see Mama Ganondale. You see her currently at a sink washing some dishes.
Mhm.
You see her looking over,
Moms.
and she says, I just don't know. I was hoping that she'd be back by now. You'd think that they'd be done with this already. Then you hear another voice that you can't see. It's a dragon. Well, they're very capable and very well-trained warriors, and I just wish that I would have heard of her from now. And also, I don't know, with Pharaoh gone, I just want to make sure that our kids are okay. She says, I know. And, you hear a on the door.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes over and opens the door. And you see a taller, older man with short red hair
No!
and a beard.
No!
As he kind of bows his head and says, Hi, we haven't met. I'm the father of Rev Grayskin, and I think that you know. And she says, oh, yes, he's traveling with our son, Pharaoh, right? And please, come in. And he steps
damn it.
forward, and that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
No!
Pharaoh's parents invite Rev Grayskin's father inside.
You can't kill my character and then my parents. It's the other way around.
I didn't kill them. I didn't kill them.
I mean,
Nobody's
Pharaoh
parents
is
are
already
safe here.
dead, so like,
No, all of our
cares?
parents are going to be fucking vampires that we're going to have to fight.
Mine aren't. Mine have been dead for a century.
Listen, you don't know
Yeah,
why
but
he's
you're dead
there.
too. haha.
You don't know why he's
Where's
there.
your mom's body?
Okay.
Where's your mom's body, Avra?
It was burned by a dragon.
That we know. Oh, that was just what
I
we
think.
were told.
both my parents are alive.
This is
I don't know
just
what
to
happened
know.
to mine.
I don't know where my true mom is. So
My
Same.
parent. I was birthed by a.
Yeah, Laszlo's parents are long gone.
yeah, yeah. I have 100 brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
wow.
They don't live very long
They
either.
were ritualistically eaten by the children after the birth.
I ate my mom.
process. Yeah.
Congratulations.
For the record,
It was a beautiful
last note
ceremony.
I now have in there.
It's really big to
Save
Kobo.
Pharaoh's parents.
Same Pharaoh's parents, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I know that we started a little bit late, but I feel like any further is gonna take a little bit too long.
That's
Um,
a good ending.
So
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and end with that. Hey, I haven't killed anybody yet, okay? So don't get up in arms.
Kill him!
Don't
Yeah.
get up in
Definitely killed
arms.
Willem.
I killed Willem, but that was, I mean, once again, like I said,
He's a nobody.
Really, you killed Willem.
to the
Laszlo.
tune of Miley Cyrus's "Can't Be Tamed." I won't be blamed.
Yes, yes, yes.
I never
Uh,
saw Willem after the one shot.
Okay, so thank you all for watching so much. Glad that you can join us on this lovely Sunday. Tune in tomorrow for Long Shot Mondays, the second session in the campaign with the crew of the Nova as they approach Wibka and the artifact that they are searching for. So tune in tomorrow to find that out, and then tune in next week. Everybody here next week?
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Tune in next week for the next Erubrion session. We love you. You love us. And I just know it.
I can feel that.
Yeah, exactly. All right. As always, everybody say bye. Bye.